Every week I write these rhymes and they live in my mind. When it comes to the surface, it's like seeking your find. It's discovery for me and it's somewhat sublime. I'm 28 now, I figured that it's my time. I ain't Premier 5'9", but I'm in my prime. All my flows 10 for 10, all my girls been dimes. No going off of course, it's been all straight lines. Sharp as a blade, sharp as my headline. Shine like Rihanna's diamonds, as much hard as T.I. Big pimp like Hove, bark like XK9. D right around 12, I'm just playing this 9. Trey away like Takashi, but I don't play no 6'9". But we run the 3-2, come from the 7-7-3. Ringing bells like UPS, I got a special delivery. But none of this is the point, so the point is this. This the episode with the 1 next to the 6.
John Stamos put a picture, he's like Little Trick for those AM talk shows. And he literally has his face in the hotel sink with cold water running on ice. And his face is inside of it.
That'll wake you up for sure.
I was like, well, that's a good trick, sir.
That's a good trick.
If I ever need to get to work and I'm just straight tired, straight in the fucking sink of ice.
Yes.
But I don't know why we didn't think about it. It's pretty fucking simple.
It's pretty simple.
Yeah.
All right, let's just get to it.
All right, let's get to it. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Kiona and Kasson podcast. This is episode 16.
Yes.
I'm here with my boys, my brothers, my co-hosts, Osama, Dave, and I'm your host, Adam. Now, if you are watching this video and not just listening, you might be wondering, the fuck you got sunglasses on for? There's a perfectly good explanation for it. And while it's not exactly your business, it is a good question. So, watching ourselves back on the podcast after I post them on YouTube every week, right? We'll be talking about something, and I think something is real funny. And I developed this complex, this self-conscious tick, if you will. And I just have this weird squinty thing that I do with my eyes, and it drives me crazy.
Really?
And I'm not sure if it's something that I do in person as well. You guys would have to tell me that.
I don't know.
So, but when I watch it, literally look back at last episode, you'll see it's just I don't know, some weird squinty thing. So I hate watching it. So I got these on. I'll probably take them off at some point.
Oh, now I get it.
Okay. But I hope you guys are a little bit more understanding now of why.
I'm good with it.
You know?
It's to each his own.
So yeah. It's Friday night, and
But wait, it's the 16th episode. It's kind of like a significant number for you. I mean, in some sort of manner.
To some degree, every episode is special. You know?
I know, true, but
16 is one of my favorite numbers. It's the date of the date of my birth. So
yeah, so it's kind of cool.
It is. Yeah.
Another little milestone episode. So,
but we have other numbers that I'm talking about right now. It's Friday night, and if you live in the United States, you probably know the Mega Millions and hit this $1 billion mark.
Yeah.
So we're trying to win that. And if any of you,
no shit.
if any of you are happen to be the winner and it's not one of us, feel free to just break off a tip.
Yo, didn't you tell me that Floyd Mayweather went ahead and bought?
Dick. He spent $2,000 on Mega Millions tickets.
That's good.
So it's 1,000 Mega Millions. You already have enough money. You have more than what you would have done already.
That's
Yeah.
I can't believe that.
I mean, could you say that you're not going to do that?
What do you need to do it for? That's like if I win $1 billion and I go gamble at a slot machine. What am I going to win?
Well, maybe he's a little bit. Maybe Floyd don't have as much money as he leads on, or he's greedy as fuck.
He's greedy as fuck.
He's kind of. I mean, it seems kind of greedy.
That is how you maintain that type of lifestyle.
He's greedy as fuck. But hold on, before we go too far, I wanted to say shout out to the viewership. Shout out to all the people who we've gained over the last week, and then all the people we've retained over the last week.
Yep.
We appreciate y'all. I don't want to go without saying that.
Yeah. Thank you all.
But yeah, so Monday through Friday, how has your week been? I talked to you a little bit on the weekend, so I know a little bit what was going on. But
yeah, nothing.
This man.
It hasn't been a long, short week in quite some time, people.
No, man, ain't shit going on. Just regular shit, man. Can't complain. Just going on about my life.
Waiting for Friday.
Yeah.
All right.
Unfortunately, it's nice to wait for Friday for this, but in general, just living for Fridays and Saturdays. Sundays are cool, but Sundays are bittersweet.
It is.
It's coming.
Sundays are real bittersweet.
They are.
It's coming. But a good Sunday fun day will definitely help you bring the weekend right.
Yeah, a little noon drinking with some, I don't know, some chicken and waffles or some shit. I don't know.
Yeah, that sounds great at any any time of the day, really.
Yeah, exactly.
Is it just me, or has this year started going by with the quickness?
Yo,
Like,
it's almost the end of October.
It's downhill right
It's
now.
almost my birthday.
yeah,
It's crazy.
and it's weird
Almost
because
your birthday. Well, yeah.
because usually when you have something to look forward to, like we do now on Fridays, the weeks go by slow.
You can take glasses off now.
No,
We're good. Oh,
yeah, you guys are good. I'm not good.
Okay.
So, but yeah, I mean, usually when you're looking forward to something, the week just creeps by,
Yeah.
and I feel like we get to Friday pretty quickly, honestly nowadays, and it's good for me. I kind of like full disclosure, I love doing the podcast. It's great. I always have fun. It's always nice to just watch how everything changes and progresses. The one thing I hate about it is the fucking drive on Friday, man. It's just I'm in the car all day after work.
Yeah, right.
But it's all good. I mean, shit.
Traffic was especially heavy today.
I waited a little bit longer to leave the house today than usual.
Oh, I don't know. I got out. I left work, went to the gym. Excuse me, to the gym. Gym.
There you go.
You know,
There you
I don't know if you heard
Put
that
some
squeak
bass
in my
in my
voice.
A little bit.
There's a little bit of a crack in there. I can. Anyway,
Old ass man.
so but when I left,
Okay, that's all
you.
that's it.
so usually it takes not too long to get home, like because they did some construction. They built like a little bridge that pretty much bypasses a lot of the traffic. And I was bragging about that shit today. I was like, man, don't even worry about 15 minutes. I'm home. I'm cool. Like even in the traffic, there's no big deal. Man, I was waiting on that bridge for like 25 minutes today. I was like, God damn.
Yeah.
So, it's Friday traffic. People are always all trying to go home or downtown to do whatever. So I said, fuck it, man. Just deal with it. I got road rage. I got to stop. That's I think, like my biggest thing right now. Like, I got some pretty terrible road rage.
Yeah. I do too, but I think everybody does. It's a driving thing,
It
man.
happens.
It's just, there's so many dumb people on the road.
There really is.
So many dumb people.
We need to raise the standards for license giving out here.
I definitely,
License.
okay, so the age is now 18, right?
I don't know.
It's gotta be 18.
I don't give a fuck. I don't pay attention anymore. I have
16, listen.
so I'll stop looking. But
I don't know. I feel like, there's got to be a lot stricter guidelines, and they have to definitely. You got to practice more.
Yeah.
You can't just say, okay, you go out 5 times, 6 times, practice for like 45 minutes. Ride through this obstacle course full of cones, and then you got your license. Here you go, sir.
the funny thing is,
What does this sign mean? Oh, stop. Cool.
the funny thing is, they're talking about lowering the drinking age to 18 and then raising the driving age to 18. And I'm like, don't you think that's a recipe for disaster? You're just giving a bunch of 18-year-olds a liquor license and a car license.
Yeah, right.
I think I'm fucking stupid. But what about you, man? How was your week?
It's been a long week. Yeah. Personal.
A long week?
It's been a long week. Yeah.
Long
Not
week.
even,
Not even a long, short week.
Not even.
Oh, you had a long
I had, yo, shout out to Ha Ha. Yeah. Man. Yeah. Just my wife is going through a lot of stuff, family stuff.
Yeah, enough said right there, man. We gotta go further than that.
Yeah. I think I told you, you guys are in our thoughts and prayers, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to Candace, her the full fam.
Love you, babe.
Indeed.
Yeah.
And on an unrelated note, opposite shout out to Glenn.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Opposite shout out to
We
Glenn.
gotta hit our quota.
Yeah.
So
What is the quota?
Other than that. Yeah, no shit.
What is the number?
Every episode, it doesn't matter how
It
much.
really doesn't matter.
We just have to touch on it.
I would say there's a minimum of, let's say 3.
Some might argue we don't have to touch it.
We have to do.
Some
at
might
least
argue, is that Glenn?
Some might argue I don't care.
Hey guys, you really don't have to do that every episode. I think he actually told us that when we were at my birthday party.
Yeah, I think so. And the funny thing is, that was like a month and a half ago now.
Yeah, we're still doing it.
Every episode.
And he was talking like, I'm gonna be here. Don't even worry. I'm gonna come check out the podcast.
We'll bring him here one
You
day.
need to stop it, Glenn.
We have to fucking kidnap his ass to bring him here, but we'll do it.
Yeah, we should.
I don't want to hear that bad. Kidnap him, bring him.
I just feel like I just feel like the viewers deserve
Like
to
it's
see.
old school.
The viewers
Just toss
deserve
in the back of a van.
They deserve a scoping of
If
Glenn.
you say anything, I'll slit your throat. You're 46 or something like that.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Grab the chips.
Yeah.
And
Have him back by dinner. Something like that.
The viewers deserve a broader scope of who Glenn is, and we could just throw them back out.
Yeah, right.
I don't know if they do. I think it's dope to just have somebody we know that we always opposite of shout out. I don't even know how to phrase that.
Yeah. I don't know if that was right.
We always opposite of shout out to Glenn.
Yeah.
And we always compare him to usually pedophiles.
I forgot about that.
Yeah,
this is true.
Unfortunately, it just so happened.
So many episodes.
And it's not that Glenn is a pedophile in any way.
Glenn's not a pedophile.
He's not. No, not at all.
It just so happens. He's not a rapist. He's not a murderer. He's not a pedophile.
How did this just happen?
I don't know, but we just want to clarify things. That when we opposite shout out Glenn, it just goes Glenn.
And then his name happens to come up right before or after we talk about some crazy thing that happened.
And we shout somebody else out.
Yeah. For some reason, it just happens that way.
Okay. But we can kind of explain.
Awkward moment.
Why we opposite shout out.
It was good. We needed that. They needed that.
They needed that.
They needed that.
Yeah.
So they got it.
Yours now.
So yeah. So it's been a long week. But things are looking a little bit more on the upside now.
Okay.
So
good.
Yeah.
Good. It's good.
It's kind of just taking it easy.
All right. Well, yeah. No. Just whatever you need, man. If you need anything, just let us know. But other than that, you don't got to really explain much on the podcast if you don't want to.
Yeah. But So yeah, and I've just been working. I haven't been doing too much music yet, which kind of sucks. But
you'll get to it. Just make sure you keep it on your mind. You'll get to it.
Because we're still we're pretty much done unpacking, but there's still some stuff to do. So.
Moving is mad stressful.
Plus, our carpets, they have bumps in them, so we gotta re-roll them to kind of.
You mean the throw rugs and stuff like that?
Yeah.
So when you roll them up,
we actually have nice rugs, that we bought. So, but they're thicker and.
Okay.
But they just get wavy.
When you roll them up,
so through moving, how we put them in the truck and stuff, just kind of warped a little bit.
Little indentations.
Put it under your mattress.
So, sure. Yeah, we didn't even try all that, but
that could be smart. That could be.
So we just re-rolled it tightly to see if that'll kind of help it.
Okay. Just kind of stretch it out.
Right.
Okay.
Can run it over with my car a few times if you want.
Sure. Yeah, that's not gonna help. That's just gonna dirty it.
You just get a rug doctor.
Thank you for the effort.
You always just get a rug doctor.
Thank you for the effort.
Yeah, I got you, man. You know what I'm saying? Any fucking time.
That would be. Dude, what are you doing to my rug? Don't worry, I'm straightening it out for you.
You said you wanted help, bro.
I mean, man.
Especially with that outfit, yeah.
I mean,
you're definitely that guy.
Yeah. Run the fuck out of that rug.
Midnight Adam over here. This is amazing.
You are wearing all black.
No, I'm not. The pants are blue and so are the shoes, for God's sake.
Those pants do not look very blue.
They're a dark blue. It's still blue.
Honestly, those look black. So, I
mean,
you're in all black right now.
But they're blue, though.
I'm pretty sure they won't be able to tell them.
And then the shoes are blue.
Those look kind of black, too?
Yeah, they look kind of black.
Listen, whatever.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Whatever.
So how was the rest of your week?
So yeah. I don't know what did anything happen. I tried a few new beers. I thought were pretty good.
He's on.
Well, we're back. We took a quick second to investigate some potential strange activity. Everything's good though, I feel like. So I believe when we left off, you were talking about some beers.
Yeah, these new beers. So Now and Then by Half Acre. It's an IPA. It tastes like a fruit cocktail, like the juice in the fruit cocktail, with
cocktail
fruit. These grassy
cocktail fruit.
Yeah.
That wouldn't be my type of beer.
Oh, I mean,
is it citrusy?
Yeah, it's got some citrus.
See, that's what would get me. Just
kind of peachy.
See.
Yeah.
Not my thing, but I mean, I can get why people like it. I know a lot of people that like those kind of citrusy beers and whatnot.
Yeah.
Just not a guy who
but so
done a great thing.
They use a really cool malt bill, the malt that they use for the beer.
Okay.
It's really clean, and the hops just fly through. It's just really easy drinking for 7%. So.
I heard you recently decided to add more.
7%. Yeah. That was a really good one, and what else did they have? I actually not tried, but my wife and I, we drank a 2017 Goose Island Bourbon County barley wine.
Okay.
That was a lot of fun. That was just straight caramel.
Strong?
Caramel, oak, like vanilla, a lot of barrel. Really strong. It's
Sounds
like
like
14%.
pretty good. Damn.
Like that, so.
Those are efficient.
It's a sipper. It's a sipper. Like, you know how you pour like a double of some really good whiskey and just get a sip on it? You know, neat. That's what you do with this.
Okay.
Serve cold, but you let it warm up a little bit though. Then it just like pops with like marshmallow and all these.
So you let it get cold and then you let it warm up?
So you drink it cold, you know, take a few, 2-3 sips, nice sips. And then you kind of just let it sit there and conversate or whatever, have dessert, go back to it every now and then. But it's really cool how the beer transitions from cold to warm, or not warm, but room temp.
So I feel like that's like the opposite of how I want my typical beer.
I'm sure.
Because when it starts to get warm, I'm just like,
So the reason why you
there's a lot of beers that, man, when they're warm, they're just terrible.
Like the beer is barrel aged, so you're putting this beer in the barrels and it's just absorbing all that alcohol.
Yeah.
So you're tasting beer when it's cold, and like you kind of get that initial, oh, this is beer, it's fun, But then like once it mellows out, it gets kind of warm. It's like, oh, this is some straight like bourbon, like whiskey, like vanilla whiskey or something,
Yeah.
It's just like almost like candy like almost,
sounds very interesting.
Yeah. It's nice and thick. It isn't really thin, which is really cool for a barley wine. Barley wines are typically a little bit more thin.
Okay.
No like white head or foam or anything, it's just usually they're just kind of like flat.
Huh.
This one's just nice body, nice foam. Nice
Okay.
head.
That's pretty strong?
Man, so 14.7%.
14.7, huh?
For the bottle. It's a 16-ounce bottle.
Oh, so man, one.
Right. Oh, one and done. I mean, we had a couple other beers, but yeah.
Okay. That's pretty dope.
Well, I mean, when
You always got a stockpile anyway, right?
Whenever you're sharing it, you're splitting up.
Yep.
You're not drinking it all on your own.
Some guy hit me up on Instagram about like he followed. I guess he looked at the podcast or something, but like about he was talking about the beers, and he does like some beer thing. I'll let you know about that. Like I'll show you his name later. Like I mean that's not something I probably would get into, but you never know. Maybe you might
sure
benefit from that.
Right. You ever know where that bottle opener is at?
Oh
yeah, you brought it over here.
I'd open a beer on the podcast. Thank you, sir.
But yeah, those were the two highlights I think of this week.
Okay.
Yeah, Half Acres Now and Then and Goose Island's 2017 barley wine, Bourbon County barley wine.
Okay.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then this year they're releasing a coffee barley wine, which I think is really cool.
I fuck with
Aged
coffee.
in bourbon barrels, so yeah.
It's interesting how creative they get, but I just prefer just a regular old beer, man.
I mean, you just play with the flavors, see what works, see what doesn't.
Well, so usually they do 4 flavors, and then like a regular flavor, like just like a regular stout, and then 4 like adjuncts or flavors that they add to the original stout that are just separately sold.
Okay.
But this year it's 7 altogether, so there's just a lot going on. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they're bringing back 2 vintage, like older beers they did before. They're bringing them back. Like they've been aging for a little bit. So yeah.
Sure.
It is Half Acre, you're saying, right?
No, this is Goose Island.
Oh, Goose Island.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bourbon County. They're aging their yeah. So Bourbon County stout. Yeah, it's got 7 variants or 6 variants, something like that.
Okay.
So.
For sure.
It's gonna be awesome. Yeah, I'm one of the guys that wait outside on Black Friday.
Can honestly
4 a.m.
probably
till
have
8 a.m.
an additional podcast
About
just
beer.
talk about beer, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Like you.
Oh
I
yeah,
don't
right.
know
Yeah,
enough
you definitely
about
could do that.
Yeah.
Have a segment.
I don't know. Maybe if you guys want to.
Today's beer.
If you guys want to comment on that and leave a little note, if you guys think I should start a little beer podcast,
Yeah.
I could use the encouragement.
Right.
No.
Why
And
not?
he got the expertise.
Yeah.
Indeed.
I just
Anyway,
know the name
so
of the beer. So.
Anyway, but yeah, so cool beers. Yeah.
For sure.
Okay.
Adam?
Keep mine short and sweet, man. There was a whole lot that went on. Just Again, as usual, constantly looking for more subject matter. Just, scouting new information for this show. And
it's like a never-ending thing, huh?
yeah, you know what? But it's fine. I mean, I feel like I'm more on top of pop culture shit than I. When you're a grown-ass adult, it's hard to be able to stay on top of trending topics and current events and all that shit. So, yeah, I mean, it's kind of nice to have an excuse to have to be on top of that.
Yeah, I mean, some of it's interesting. Some of it I'd rather just filter out of my life. Forever.
Me too.
But I mean, for the sake of this, I try to embrace everything. So that,
for sure. But yeah, I mean, outside of that, it's been a fairly uneventful week. It's been cold as fuck.
Yeah, man. Especially today, rain and like cold. Is that kind of cold that just gets you like chilled to your bone.
Man, yeah, for real. I don't appreciate it.
I don't appreciate that at all.
I got pulled over today. Something. But I didn't get a ticket, so it's all good. So opposite shout out to that cop.
Shout out / That's hilarious.
That was good.
Yeah. So yeah,
let's get into it, man.
That was it. So see, man, we got to talk about this week a bunch of shit.
It looks like there's a lot of shit to
see
talk about
on this docket from there, because I'm not bringing it any closer. There's a lot of shit written here. So
I did not know we wrote that much down.
Strap yourself in. Where y'all want to start, man? Basketball or music?
I don't know, man.
I think
you guys.
Music than sports. So.
Oh, that's how you want to do it? Music and sports?
I said I think there's less music.
Less music than sports. Yeah, there's probably a lot less music this week, more than because I think there's a lot of like NBA just.
I feel like there's a lot of smaller, unlike music related music.
Then you guide us, man. Yeah. Right. Tell us where you want to go.
Well, let's do this. I mean, you said yesterday or last week.
Our only co-host.
You said last week how you wanted to be mentioned as a co-host.
Yeah, but I'm saying co-host.
There's some kind of clout.
But right? Yeah, but you're supposed to be, I guess, the captain.
Captain. All right, cool.
That's true.
Let's
let that shit get to your head.
Capitan.
I mean, it's hard to do. All right, so let's just start off with a bang, I guess. Styles P tweeted out some thoughts he has on rap beef.
Yeah. Do we want to read that first?
I have a quote.
You want to give the context of what it was, of what it was speaking about?
We can read the quote first. I feel like, why not?
Yeah, because I think most people who
context is rap beef.
There's a lot of people that are probably following that just as closely as everybody else.
Yeah. I mean, look, there's been all types of rap beef this year, so I feel like this just applies fairly across the board.
Yeah. So go ahead and read that quote.
So the quote is, "Nothing is wrong with not engaging in warfare. It's actually the wiser thing to do. But never engage and expect rules. That's with rap or the streets."
I like that quote. Where was he at when he said that? Or was that just
a
tweet?
Twitter.
As a tweet? No, it's true. I mean, if you engage, you can't expect the other man to engage like you engage.
Yeah.
You got to be expected.
Also, if a person does go for your throat, I mean, wouldn't you want to go back and...
Yeah, that's the weird thing about this shit. So if you get through we can talk.
Drake sounds really hurt.
Drake sounds hurt.
So this quote is directed towards the Drake and Pusha T.
Yeah, I think almost directly.
Yeah, but so yeah, I feel like, Drake just sounded kind of whining.
You watched that interview, right?
I did,
yeah. He did the HBO. What's it called? The Shop.
The Shop.
Oh, the Shop.
Yeah, because dude's getting his cut. So I did watch it, and I was like, I thought that it seemed pretty genuine, right?
Well,
but I take Pusha T to be a person who doesn't need to lie about anything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right? Drake seems. Oh, they're both chess players. Yeah. Great chess players.
Cerebral, as it were.
Right. As they say. But no, like they're both great chess players.
Yeah.
They play it differently though.
Yeah.
Right? And I feel like Pusha is so much more of a direct.
Right.
I'm not really holding anything.
Yeah.
And that's why I love Push so much. Like I think that I really side with what he seems to be calling to be the truth.
Yeah.
And if it is not, it is yet, and it's still a great chess move because it makes a divide start to happen between the OVO camp. Even if it isn't true, if Drake knows that it's not Kanye that gave them information, or if Drake doesn't really have that 100% certain in his head, that's going to give him some sort of doubt. And if that, with doubt comes almost the inevitability of the collapse, right? Because that doubt is just going to be like, well, even if it's not true, 40's going to be like, well, why don't you trust me? Like, man, I don't have the proof to tell you whether or not I said you did or not, but I don't have any other.
But 40 has been his man for a long time.
True.
So unless there's shit going on behind the
Hello,
scenes,
talk, fool.
unless there's some shit going on behind the scenes between them two that they know about that they keep quiet, I don't see there being like Drake just switching up all of a sudden like, oh, I don't trust you now, it could be,
Okay, let me ask you. Because this is what happened according to what Pusha T says. 40 is apparently sleeping with some woman, right? Kind of smitten. And,
Being like a sucker.
Right, like, so they talk a lot, and I guess they were doing,
although
they were doing some
Pusha
pillow
did
talk.
have a disclaimer that the girl did not know what kind of fire she was feeling at the time.
Agreed. But that's beside the point to me.
Yeah, for sure.
That's beside the point. Because there are just certain things, right? Certain information that if a person that trusts you with that information because for whatever reason they trust you and never divulge that information, regardless of the situation, right?
Especially when you're dealing with high profile people like that.
Especially with that. But regardless of that shit, with just off GP, off a normal person, normal dudes, right?
I've got this one. You can go ahead and grab another one.
But just off of the fact with normal dudes, right? If Adam ain't even my brother,
Right.
and but he's my man, right? And I did some shit regardless of what it was, X, fill in the blank, whatever you want to say. Yeah. And he knows that's like, I know and he knows, right? Or maybe I know and only a few know. But Adam goes and he finds some chick that he likes, and he starts going, he's fucking with her, and during fucking comes pillow talk, right? And he decides that he wants to put that information out there. You've broken my trust.
I hear you.
So beyond the fact of it went to Kanye and none of that. You've broken my trust at that point. Because that's information that I've trusted you with, or I've entrusted you with, because I thought that you wouldn't spill the beans. But you spilled the whole motherfucking platter of beans.
I get that.
So are you still leading to a question right now, or did you go off of that?
I don't know. I just really was talking about. I went on a tangent.
I was waiting for the question. I don't know, man. Honestly, like, I understand to some degree that they're gonna have to do interviews where they're gonna be addressing this, right? It was a big beef in the beginning of the summer.
It fizzled quick.
It fizzled really fast. The cards on the table now are, how trustworthy do you feel like those cards are? Because, one thing that I like
meaning the stories that are coming from both camps.
Yeah, right. So like one of the things that was said in that interview, in Joe Budden podcast interview with Pusha, that's pretty much where all this information came out, right? Right. So
we definitely should shout them out because of that.
Yeah, absolutely. Shout out to them. In the beginning, or somewhere at the end of that, I think they brought up a question that I've been wondering this whole fucking time, and I even tweeted it to Push myself. Of course, I didn't get a response back because we ain't like that yet.
I'm gonna say yeah.
Yeah. So
dreams.
Right. So he was like, okay, surgical summer, right?
Right.
That was the big thing. Surgical summer.
What happened? All the songs. What
happened in surgical summer? And he's like, it was surgical in different ways. He's like, I was gearing up. Like I was ready for a back and forth. You know, I was set to drop songs all summer if I if that was what it came to.
But right,
off of that, like probably with the drop of a hat.
I bet
Like,
you.
oh, he responded.
I
I
bet
just hit the studio real quick.
Yeah.
He had shit like selected.
I got this beat for this next one.
And then
I don't even know what I want to say yet.
And then it makes you question what was
Let me get that bottle.
what was Jay Prince talking about, right? When he said that Drake has a song that he told him not to put out, and it was going to destroy careers. So like, there's a lot of pieces to this beat that haven't been addressed.
But like to me, that kind of sounded like he was just saying that to give Drake some type of leverage.
But when Jay Prince says it, it's different than most people. You know what I'm saying?
But like,
He just the clout that he I don't know.
I don't get the idea. But listen, regardless of whatever why it was effective, right, coming from him. I never really trusted the fact that there was a track.
so my thing is, if Drake said in the interview, like
He was
you
heartbroken,
know,
bro.
You said that line, and you're about to have people at your door, this and that, like just talking mad shit, like
Yeah.
like you deserve to get punched in the fucking face or something. I think that
He did say that, yeah.
like a direct quote actually. But then just release the fucking track then.
Yeah,
That Jay Prince is
that's
talking
my thing.
about.
That's my thing.
Go at his fucking head then.
If you're
like,
so-
if you talk
but
about
he-
your
he-
boy,
he
he's
has
so
a nice-
butthurt.
He's
like,
so hurt.
He has a
I'm
nice
his
guy
butthurt,
image.
dude.
He has a nice guy image to maintain. Drake, listen.
He's a no.
The
This is
problem
a
is-
smart move by Drake not to release
the
that
thing
track.
with this kind of beef is, you got
He doesn't win this.
you got not
He's
only
so
your
tight butthole.
you got not only your fan base, but you got all your business partnerships, everything that you got to consider when you're doing these things.
Yeah.
You
Right?
gotta understand
So
Pusha. This is his fan base. What they want from
His fan base, yeah, his fan base wants that from him. All of his like corporate sponsorships and everything. A lot of that shit is low key, other than Adidas.
Right.
Like he did the da 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 jingles for McDonald's.
Mm-hmm.
He did the fucking Arby's We Have the Meats. That's all him. But you don't know about that shit, right? Like that's not common knowledge. Drake, everything that he's involved with, you know it for the most part. You know everything.
True,
NBA,
it's very
shoes,
high profile.
Like yeah, all that shit is very high profile. So he has to be very careful, especially his fan base. He got a lot of like teenagers, girls, whatever. Like it's completely
He has
different.
a completely different set of rules to live by.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I would call them rules. Yeah. I mean, you can see right now,
There's
just from
no
that
re-
one track coming out from Push, he lost his Adidas contract, right?
Yeah.
So all
There's-
that shit is very touchy with him. Like,
So if you want to look at it from Drake's perspective in regards to his business,
Mhm.
he does not really want to engage in warfare with Pusha T.
It's risk
because
versus war.
Pusha T,
Exactly.
there's almost no winning.
That's what it is.
Because he's gonna get drawn into a
He's
battle
gonna lose.
that gets pulled into like deeper and deeper, darker places.
Right, man.
Because Push is what Push.
Gee.
This is what people I
He
love.
lives for that shit,
Right.
man.
So to me, what do you engage in? You can't engage anymore.
Right.
And I think that's what he learned. He was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. He went so fucking he went below the belt, and everybody loved that shit. Even people who didn't love it respected that shit.
a lot of people thought it was over the line.
Yeah,
a lot of people
but they
thought it
still
was
were. But it's still a dope diss record though.
Most
It is.
definitely. That was the hardest shit we heard since the Nas Jay-Z. You know?
Probably, yeah.
I will say this.
Probably.
Let me hide that so it's not a flash all up in the.
Yeah, I saw that.
I will say this. I was watching Vlad TV a couple months back, and Malice did an interview. And Malice pushed his older brother. Like he was,
Yeah, you're right.
yeah, I guess at that time he was already no Malice. Anyway, he did an interview talking about the clips and all their growing up and how they got into everything. And so like that interview alone, you wouldn't have known shit about the fact that they came from like a decent family.
Yeah,
They were
they
like fairly well off. They didn't have to sell drugs at all, but they decided to jump into the game.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have known shit like that. These interviews is where a lot of that comes out.
Yeah, I actually have that saved. I've been meaning to watch that.
It was interesting, but No Malice, excuse me, is a kind of a weird character, man. He's not like Push.
No, not at all.
He's different.
No, he's definitely not. They're
different.
totally different.
Yeah, and I mean that might be now. Like, who knows if he did this interview 10 years ago? how much different it would be, you know?
Yo, do you remember there was it was one of those summers where your brother worked down at Barney's.
Okay.
Right? And we went down there.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think we had met me and you had met your brother and maybe your pops, and I think maybe like one of the kids from Kasson was with us.
Okay.
And no lie, I for sure 100% Pusha T walked past us.
Oh.
100%. Right where Polo is.
I feel like I want to
Right where Ralph Lauren is at.
I feel like I want to ask my brother about the.
No, I don't think he's seen. I'm the only one. Because remember when we seen R. Kelly?
Oh, I mean, I was gonna say I didn't.
No, I never pointed it out. Like, because I remember I was like, you know, kind of like.
Does Fee watch?
Yeah, I think so.
Fee, if you watching, you better clear this up. Did you see Push?
He didn't see. I don't think he's seen Push. I don't think he's seen Push because I know your brother would have.
If you're the only one who's seen Push, it's questionable.
But this was back
Excuse me,
early
1 second.
Clips days. Like, I mean, in like, with like, God damn.
No, right.
God damn.
Lord willing.
That track was hot as fuck though.
Yeah, Lord willing, but this is even like right when they first started with like getting on with the Pharrell beats and everything like that, real early in their careers. And I remember he was with two big motherfuckers. Like
I wonder
too sometimes.
And I wonder.
All right. But yeah,
you saw him before the come up.
yeah,
Yeah.
seen R. Kelly before the hair and
Gee,
being trapped in the closet.
Man. But he was like doing all that shit when we saw him though. You realize that though.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Listen, let's get off that.
Yeah, right.
Let's get off that.
Right.
Fuck R. Kelly and his child rapist ways.
But Trapped in the Closet is a hilarious series till 12, alright?
I know, no, and I to this day will never watch that.
You've never watched it?
No, I have watched enough of, and I don't.
It's hilarious.
If you're just listening, it's stupid.
Yeah, but if you watch that video,
you got the bottle opener over there. Or you got it over there.
Oh, yeah.
What do y'all got the bottle opener? We're just being real, just straight up with our beer drinking on this podcast. So,
yeah.
Welcome.
My man said welcome.
But yeah, I think that honestly, there's no reason for Drake to engage anymore.
Yeah.
But the problem is,
it is over.
He brought it back up.
Right.
This is why Push.
Right. So like
Push got. I think he had that shit just waiting. Okay. Drake said, "Okay, I got this. All right, listen, I'm gonna go do this interview with Joe Budden."
He said a few times the only reason why I'm here.
I hear you
Because you know.
He said the only reason I'm here, like for like 15 different things. So like, there's a lot of different reasons.
But a lot of them centered around Drake, like at least 14 out of those 15 things.
Yeah.
Man.
So
he just honestly, I don't know how much more to say other than Styles is right.
He is.
Yeah,
100%.
he is for sure.
And it goes for everything.
It kind of fits into that category, you know. All is fair in love and war, and rap beef is just a different kind of war.
You heard what? Oh, that's what I meant to say about it. You heard what Bun B said? Bun B said that if you mention my wife in a record, I'm not gonna make a diss record towards you. I'm gonna come find you.
But even Push alluded to the fact that it wasn't like what he said. It's just the fact that he opened those gates.
He did, but that's
because what he said wasn't like something that was super, you know.
No.
Whatever.
I see it as that as well.
Yeah.
Like the door was closed, right? Drake had found the right key, unlocked that bitch.
I will say this:
That's
I understand to a degree why Drake is like pissed off at the good music camp. I feel like everybody in the world, for the most part, is pissed
Drake
off
has
at the music
plenty
camp
of reasons to be pissed off at Kanye.
Yeah.
I think.
I don't know.
Tiana's even pissed off.
Oh yeah.
Yo.
Listen, it's in disarray over there. All I know is.
What do you feel about Bun B's? What about Bun B's statement though?
There is something.
Because Bun B's that like
I mean,
Drake holds Bun B in high regard, like the Houston connection he's got.
Right.
So
I agree. Like, you know, there's no women and children has been the only thing that has been off limits in any kind of war. That's how it's supposed to be anyway. Not that it has been.
Yeah.
Right.
So I mean, if it's one dude versus another dude, you leave it at that, man. You know.
Yeah.
But on that same token, Pusha was a little bit more fucked up, and he also involved children. So
Yeah, you're right.
you know, to some degree, that's where it could stop right there. But also, now I'm thinking as if I'm Drake. Okay, you just announced to the world that I have a kid that I've been trying to keep quiet. Not necessarily. Who knows what his reasons for were? True. I'm not gonna.
That's why this track should be out.
Who knows what his reasons are? But also, then you lost him money now with his Adidas deal. So now you're not only affecting my family but my livelihood. And to me, that's worse way worse than mentioning something just in
Yeah.
passing. But that's what it was in his.
But maybe
in passing mentioning
he
his
just pushes one of those guys or people that once he sees red, it's just red.
That's what he said too, something like that. Yeah, he's like, I'm just seeing red.
You know, so maybe it was like there is no. I'm just gonna kind of go in. I'm gonna go in.
Yeah.
Right. He started it like I'm a serve a knockout blow right now.
Nah, man, you're right.
And he knocked his ass out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now, Drake recovered because he's Drake. Fucking, there's no way you're gonna not sink his fucking boat. But he definitely was rocked a little bit. And had he responded, it would have been a lot more catastrophic, I think.
Do you think Drake will
For
hit
his
that?
brand.
I think so.
For his brand.
I think so.
Do you think Drake will hit that $1 billion mark quicker than any other rapper who's done it before him?
Yes,
only
because
been
he's more
He's only
profitable.
been one so
He's
far.
more
He
more
has
profitable.
A huge fan base.
He's more profitable.
I'm kind of surprised he hasn't hit it at this point.
And he
No, it
covers.
takes a long
he
time to get
covers,
to $1 billion unless you win the lottery.
He covers
tonight.
so many demographics.
Hey. Yeah, for sure.
Dude, he's going to hit that $1 billion mark.
Without a doubt.
Faster than well.
He might very well be the youngest
Drake.
musician to ever do it. Yeah, I'm saying
So,
youngest.
So what is it?
Oh, youngest?
Youngest?
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
Drake's
most
been around
definitely.
since like in the 80s.
Yeah.
Drake
has been
will
around.
be the youngest, but I do see Jaden Smith being like the youngest though. After that,
Oh yeah. Oh
Jaden
yeah.
Smith, right?
He's
now
modeled
is
after his
just
father.
blowing the fuck up. My guy's got like 1 billion views, like 1 billion plays.
Which is kinda weird,
some shit, or
you know?
millions of plays. You know,
He's modeled after his father. If his father came up at this time, he'd be the same way. Will Smith is the Will Smith now on social media.
But
is
so
the
my
Smith.
thing is that it's always so honest, man. Like,
Oh, I fuck
Jaden
with
Smith is an honest artist. Like,
That's
Yeah.
Will.
I
That's
fuck with Jaden Smith, man.
that's who
like,
his upbringing. I think well, at least from Will Smith.
it's just so genuine, man.
I don't know.
Like,
I'm not gonna lie. I don't know much about his catalog.
I mean, I don't know the
Oh, wait,
catalog
wait,
well,
who-
but I know.
Jaden.
Oh,
Jaden.
okay, yeah.
I do know
yeah,
a little
I'm
bit
not
about
too familiar, but what I've heard and what I've, you know, dove into, you know, took a dive into, I think it's definitely worthy of like, you know, y'all checking out. Like,
Yeah, I mean, I've heard a few. I seen him. The last thing I seen was that video he had.
right, which was sick.
It was kind of a decent little video.
Yeah.
Did you see the Will Smith version?
Man, yeah.
Will Smith is awesome, man.
Yeah, he is. He is.
Fucking awesome.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so he's releasing an album, I think, a full length soon. So,
Okay.
So yeah, he would probably be an artist.
I'm
'Cause
interested.
he's probably gonna act.
Well, yeah, so he has already. He was in Pursuit of Happiness.
Oh yeah, that's right. And the Karate Kid with Jackie
Oh, I
Chan.
didn't see that. Yeah.
Oh, you didn't see
But
it?
like,
I didn't see it.
so he'll probably
Not like I wasn't hating. on
It's
it.
still not gonna be as good as the first one.
Right,
Something like that, but
no.
he'll probably continue acting, and he will probably be one of those. But Drake, more than likely, will hit.
I
a billion
guess
dollars.
that's kind of where things are hard too because
Can I strike a tangency really quick?
a tangency.
Strike it.
Yes, please.
Sure.
Really quick. So, a friend of mine from work who watches the show, shout out to Chris Stone,
Shout
one of
out,
the
Chris.
managers,
Yeah. out,
over
Chris.
at Hagen's Fish Market, managers, owners. But he said or told me that there's a theory out there that in the Karate Kid that Daniel is really the bad kid and not Cobra Kai. And if you watch the movie, you can kind of see, because like Daniel really like he's like, you know, he just sets himself up for this shit.
No, you say Daniel. You mean Danielson?
Excuse me, Danielson.
He was a little bit of a dickhead.
Right. The whole Halloween thing.
He was a bit of a little bitch.
He did go fuck up their whole thing.
Dude. I don't know. Yeah. So.
Yo, I'm about to
And then,
watch
like,
a Karate Kid
and then
in reverse and shit.
while watching that with that theory in your head and watching the end when he wins, it's like, are we rooting for the right person right now? You know, should
Mr. Miyagi's like a piece of shit. Then?
no. So
Evil Master Splinter.
so this
fuck?
is only directed towards like the kids in the movie. You know, so Daniel being.
Miyagi was who Miyagi was gonna
Yeah,
be.
yeah. So either way, he was.
Wax on, wax off.
He-
Would have been for whoever
he
it was.
taught him, you know, because he thought he was an honest kid, you know, which we all did. But if you have the theory in your head while watching it, it's kind of like I
Kind
don't
of
know.
fucks up the movie for you a little bit.
No, it's not fucking up. It just makes it a little more interesting.
Just gives you something to think about.
You've seen it hundreds of times.
Just a little more
it's like, why
interesting.
not spice it up a little bit and be like, yeah, let me just try it one more time. And, like,
Just look at this from a different perspective.
So yeah, if you watch it, just think about it as Daniel being, the bad guy.
Being an evil little bastard.
I think I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna call you like you ruined the fucking movie.
Y'all can comment
Fuck
too
you,
about
Dave.
it too.
Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. I'm not
All
calling
right,
you.
man.
I just thought that was really interesting though.
Yeah.
That's a really cool way of looking at it though.
Yeah.
No, that's
I
intriguing as
I
hell.
personally went back and did it, and I thought it was like it's
It's a
just.
better movie.
I don't know if it's better. It's just
The villain is being rooted for somehow
Exactly. It's just so crazy.
the whole
like, the
time.
end, when like they're all cheering
Involuntarily?
I don't know if I should cheer him on right now because he was kind of a dick the whole movie.
He's sitting there like,
Listen.
the fuck out of here, Ralph.
So, yeah, excuse me.
Let's save this movie talk for another time.
So, yeah,
because I already have a
so-
different conversation.
That was
with
a
movies I
quick
wanna get into.
tangent. But
Yeah, for sure.
yeah.
Okay, so let's wrap this Drake thing up, Pusha
Yeah.
thing up.
Yeah.
No, I think are we all in agreement that Pusha T, Styles is 100%
Oh, yeah.
correct?
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
You engage in war with somebody, you cannot expect them to engage the way you
It depends.
engage.
It depends because if somebody throws the first shot and that is a little bit over the line, you have to respond just out of your pride. You know?
No, agreed.
But
That's not what Styles is. Styles is saying don't expect them to like follow some guidelines of your rap beef, like what you feel like beef should be.
So it's funny because with that interview with Pusha, they kind of went into that too. They're like, okay, so who dictates what's too far in the battle, right?
Right.
They're like, does the person who's got the biggest following dictate that?
No.
And
I don't think it's dictated by anybody,
by
but
anyone,
but the
besides the person.
you
that
are,
unleashes that shit.
that's it. You are
And
governed by
takes
your
dominance.
own rules.
Yeah. Right.
So me and you, you're a bigger artist.
So right.
But in terms of us rapping,
But you're just flaming me. the
I'm just
whole
like,
time.
fuck it. I don't give a fuck who you are. My goal is to destroy what
To
you
annihilate
are.
you.
Right?
Exactly.
That's what I'm going at.
Yeah.
So when I'm writing, my piece of paper has no guidelines telling me don't put this here. No, this is gonna be written down. I'm gonna say it to your ass, and then you might be Drake version where you're like, I wrote it down, but I lost it.
you know, let me ask you,
You know?
why do you think?
Not even that, but I wrote it down, and my man over here said it's hot as fuck, but I'm not gonna release it though.
Yeah, that's. I don't like that shit at all. I didn't really care for that.
I'm telling you,
Excuse.
it's about image, man. Okay.
No,
So-
for him
so-
it is 100%.
Yeah.
You gotta also take into consideration their positions. It's not always just
Positions.
the positions in life and their career and whatever. Like we said, like I was telling you earlier, man. Like there's too much going on for Drake in his surrounding his career and his life compared to what Pusha got going on. Like he's the president of good music. He's not going anywhere from that. He's got a drug dealing gangster rap image. He can go hard as fuck.
Pusha is accepted in like the
He is.
highest fashion world.
He
Oh,
is,
right
but-
now, without excuse me, not even right now though. But before
Always.
that, though. Yeah.
They've always been
You're
part
so
of
He
it.
right.
is,
You're so
but you can expect a different kind of battle rap with Pusha than you can with Drake.
That's the thing, man. I feel like Pusha's actually doing what he wants to do in life while still being an MC.
Hmm?
And
Pusha looks
and
like
still-
he's
and
happy
still-
as fuck. I don't know. If he's
Every fucking interview, everything I see him in,
so happy.
he's happy.
Yeah, he just
And not even that he's smiling. It's just
He seems kind of
he's
like
collected.
yeah.
He's calm. He's in his own body, and he's just ready for the experience
Yeah.
that he's in.
Yeah.
Like you see that,
so
which is refreshing.
He's one of my
which
favorites.
is so refreshing. Like in like this time.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Let me ask you, why do you guys think that Drake is involved in so many beefs all the time? Is it hate?
So what is there then? There's Meek Mill.
Meek
there's
Mill.
there's
Joe Budden.
Pusha T.
Pusha, he was with Joe Budden at one point.
But
He beefs with, there's everybody.
okay.
It's hard. It's.
But
To
like
be- you
those
wanna
are
be
like,
real? You
like
wanna
the
be
bigger
honest about
ones,
it?
though.
He's right now. You could say he's probably head honcho.
He's the Hove
So
right
I
now.
feel like he just
No,
does
not
that.
Hove, but Hove, because Hove isn't a. Hove is
He's
you
in a
to,
class of his
to
own.
talk. Yeah, to talk about Hove, you have to talk about only Hove.
So okay, what you're saying then? Drake's at the top of the game,
Yes.
and now people are trying to.
You're always trying to get knocked off the throne.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
So motherfuckers are always gonna beef with you, and you have to sometimes preemptively strike.
Hey, what if Kanye's?
And I don't think he's really good at that.
What if Kanye's throne too was him and Drake?
No way. No way.
All right, let's move on. Let's move on from Push, Drake, all that. We spent enough time on this.
Shout out to Push though.
Yeah.
100.
Y'all figure that
Shout
out.
out to Styles.
Y'all figure that out because honestly, Drake and Push would be a dope ass collaboration. To be honest. All right.
I don't need it.
I don't need it, but I'm saying it would be
I was just about to say, I'm not sure if I would want that at all.
One of my
like
favorite,
now?
I think probably
Like now after everything, I think that'd just be kind of different.
I think probably my favorite collaboration Drake has is with Rick, or the person he collaborates with the best is Rick
My eyes are
Ross.
starting to sweat. So
Oh.
I was like, okay.
Is
More sunglasses on.
is more than likely Rick Ross.
Okay, yeah, good mention.
Okay, but see, you said, how about Jay and Nas? They beefed for quite some time. And then they popped up on a few songs together. It works well. You know, people like to see them on stage together, whatever.
It's the novelty of it, seeing them to get back.
Yeah.
That I think that is what is more appealing than them actually on the track.
Because if I could be honest, they could definitely both go harder on the tracks they're on.
That's the thing. Okay, I was going to say this. We'll deep dive into this subject matter a little bit later, maybe a different episode.
Yeah.
Because what I wanted to ask now, for that
No,
future thing is, what's the best Squash It track that's come out? Two rappers beefing, they put out a track together.
There are some of them out there.
There's like some. There's
Yeah,
not a
you
lot.
have to dig. You have to dig
There's
a little
not
bit.
a lot.
So we'll talk about that another time, but just keep it in
It's like a
mind.
top 3, top 5 maybe
Yeah.
list.
Because for Nas and Jay connecting, that one, what they do, what's it called?
Black President. Isn't that,
So yeah, right? Wasn't it?
I thought that was what it was, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, Black President.
Black President.
Black Republican.
Black Republican.
Black Republican.
Okay,
Yeah,
so-
that's what it was.
All right.
I think we were thinking of dead presidents.
Yeah, I was combining.
Right.
I said
I was
president like
too.
13 different times, so I understand.
It's all good.
All right, couple quick mentions. I don't want to spend a lot of time on this. Eminem, I know we're very hard on him on this podcast recently because he's not what he was, or he's not delivering a product that shows that he is that same
Right.
person.
Right.
But his birthday did pass this week.
Oh yeah, man.
So
yeah.
shout
Happy
out to
birthday,
Eminem.
man.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Marshall.
Spent some time in the lab on his birthday.
And I will call him a legend. I'll say that.
Yeah, he's definitely
He
that.
can be.
But I think we've discussed that he's at a different level
He
of
is.
legend, not at the not the highest point.
I say he's the only
He is definitely up there though, without a doubt.
He's the only very successful white male rapper.
See,
from-
I don't know, man.
Okay, listen. Beastie Boys had their time. They were what they were. Vanilla Ice was
But Beastie Boys
So
were
my thing is-
Beastie Boys were borderline rock.
Beastie
Boys-
Boys are still doing this shit.
But they were borderline rock. They were borderline
Oh,
rock.
they were. No. Beastie
So-
Boys were punk rock.
You know what I mean? So they
Before hip-hop.
right. So
But
that's
I'm saying
the
they're
thing.
first, like, white, you know.
Eminem was
No, no,
purely
I-
hip hop. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what I think he's getting at.
Yeah. The most.
There was no other
Virtually-
element of music beyond hip hop.
The thing that Eminem did that was really big, I feel like, is he bridged the gap between the underground and the mainstream.
I heard that.
And
That
and
is
he's a
true.
white rapper.
That is true.
Who did that? You know.
No, it's true.
So
And
that's where he kind of got his clout. I feel like.
he's a legend, right? And you can't dispute that. But I don't know, like when you put him on, when you compare him to certain people, he's not on their tier. And likewise for other people when they look up at him.
Yeah.
You know, there's different levels of superstardom
And that
and
depends
living
on
living legendness.
Do you think? So he was already wildly successful in 97, 98, right? That was Slim Shady, Marshall Mathers.
Not wildly successful, but he was becoming very well known.
He was also on Ruckus Records.
I mean,
Sound Bombing too.
It definitely helps.
Any Man.
Yeah.
So
That track
he was
huge amount
his
of
his buzz started building.
Well, it
like
definitely helped
97,
when Dre signed him. That's when it definitely like
Oh yeah.
pushed him ahead, right?
Oh, Dre
So,
is like
But that was the major.
stimulus.
But if you
Yeah.
look at
Yeah, no shit.
if you look at 96, 97, you got Biggie passing. He just put out an album. Jay put out Reasonable Doubt. Nas was out. Like there was a lot of big artists at the time. Do you think if you can point to one, and let's just leave this the last question because I'm trying to move on from Eminem. If you can point to one particular, let's say, 2-3 year span that he would have dropped, do you think he could have been more or less successful around that time? So say 96, 97, 98. a lot of things going on in music, a lot of big names, a lot of people who are legends in the game now came out, including him. Is there a time that he could have came out before or after that would have made him more of a commercial success?
No, it was
I think that was his
storm.
best time.
Yeah.
Perfect storm. Otherwise, we've had this discussion / argument.
Without a doubt.
He would not be as relevant now if he just came out.
Oh yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
And
Because
late 80s,
he's
early
talking
90s.
about, topics, nowadays, and,
Yeah.
it's just not hitting.
No.
I feel like late
But
80s,
back
early
then,
90s
like-
wouldn't have worked.
He was killing
You
it.
said what?
Late 80s, early 90s wouldn't have worked.
No,
There was a lot of racial tension in America
Yeah.
at the time.
No, white
I mean,
rappers
it's still-
were white
it's
rappers
still-
were not as. He wasn't going to be commercially successful because
Yeah,
rap
that was
wasn't
the thing.
commercially successful.
You had NWA, and then you had Rodney King, and you had O.J. Simpson. There was all types of just shit that was constantly.
No,
going
there was a
on
lot
at
of
that
things, but no. What the thing was, I think that hip hop in general didn't become a mainstream thing until the latter part of the '90s, right? Like, and like I
Yes
think,
and no.
no. I mean, where like it was played, but I'm talking about rap, like what I mean. You
I
didn't
would
hear
argue-
Jay on the radio until like Big Pimpin' and shit It's a Hard Knock Life, or like you heard certain things, right?
I would
But,
argue
like-
early 90s was where it really started to take off.
No, it took off, but I'm saying commercially, where like
That's what I mean.
where like it was a profitable business that motherfuckers were starting to recognize was something they should dive into and get
I
a piece
feel
of that
like
pie.
I feel like that started with Hard Knock Life, the track.
Yeah, it's
The
been
Annie
possible.
shit.
Jay
That-
definitely helped usher this era
That
in.
Annie shit.
Jay helped this era usher in.
While I agree to that to a certain extent,
He just ushered in so much after that.
but look at the big acts in the early 90s, man. I mean, you have.
No,
Wu-Tang,
we're not.
I'm not
disputing
discrediting
anybody.
anybody.
Not
That's what I'm
disputing
saying.
the acts. We're disputing what I'm saying is
I know, but on a commercial level, those people were successful.
then you're misinterpreting or we're not using the right word because commercial maybe isn't the right way to say it because what we're talking about is the idea that a corporation would back a rapper. They weren't backing rappers early 90s, but when Jay started coming around, I truly do believe Jay helped usher in that era of this corporate and where motherfuckers people were really creating their own labels early on. But what the ones that started really popping, with the Death Rows, right, and then NWA, they were doing their thing, but once Rockefeller really started doing their thing, it started to become oh shit, this is a big thing.
If you want to credit Jay with that, I'll give it to you, right? Jay's my favorite rapper, I'll tell you that. So, but what I think did it is when he started Rockaware, and that became a huge fashion.
But didn't that
statement.
happen almost simultaneously
I thought
with the creation
I
of
thought
Rock?
No, I thought it started more around the time of Blueprint.
So
Yeah.
Rock, huh?
It started more around the time of Blueprint.
Like Dynasty.
So so then I'm gonna say
Yeah.
so you're saying it started later?
Yeah.
Then so what we're talking about, you're
Well,
actually
'cause-
arguing started later.
So,
than
so
what
the
we're
music
saying.
itself probably started around the same time, right? That you're talking about the Hard Knock Life era. That's probably
So
when.
hold on, they were rocking Rockaware in Streets is Watching.
Right, the Streets of Washington were
But that was Dynasty era, I thought,
Yeah.
and that was later.
But
than that.
I'm not arguing that. I'm arguing that it was before that.
Well, so you're saying commercial
I'm
success
saying-
outside of hip hop itself, right?
Yes.
So so
Being recognized that hip hop was
So
not
I think-
only a music genre but a profitable
right.
thing, and that's the problem
Marketable.
with what happened today.
When they
It's
made it
snowballed
marketable.
into this thing.
So that's when I think that Rockaware that started the whole thing. When you were, that was think about it. One of the outside of Nietzsche academics, all those shit that weren't created by actual artists. When Rockaware came out, and you can find that in all the stores, and he sold that to that clothing line and made all kinds of money from it. That's what I think outside of hip-hop.
you're missing out. You're missing. You don't. Then you're forgetting the Carl Kanais of the world, right? Because Carl Kanai was around early '90s, late '80s. So Carl Kanai was he's been. I mean, I think he's still doing things, but I used to wear his shit in high school. But even beyond that, if you look it up, he's been around forever. So I think if you're gonna say that Rockaware,
But
Carl Kanai kind of paved that
who
way.
wore Carl Kanai outside of people who were just hip hop heads? That's what I'm saying. So Rockaware ushered in outside of hip hop. You were able to sell that entity to a completely different, gigantic company who paid you all kinds of money and ushered into the mainstream.
No, agreed.
Zach's father used to wear Rockaware.
Huh?
Zach's dad used to wear Rockaware.
Because if you wanted to say otherwise, you could say
like, these
Fubu.
jeans are nice.
Yeah,
You
Fubu
can say
too.
Jinko.
Yeah,
You can say all that. Right?
Yeah, but Jinko was more of a no.
Well,
But Fubu,
You know,
Fubu
I hear
most
you.
definitely.
you know what I'm saying? But like,
Fubu most definitely.
so, but
Fubu.
these were like clothing brands that were.
I thought Fubu was forever.
Bufu.
Yeah.
By us.
I thought Fila was forever.
That too. Because that was just popular.
But fucking Fila.
No, I just think that there was
Let's go sponsor.
the point that rap became corporate,
Deodorant.
like on the corporate radar, was right around the Big Pimpin' era.
Yeah.
Volume
Right
3.
in that, huh?
Volume 3.
Yeah, so like 98,
I agree with it.
No,
99.
So 96 Reasonable Doubt, 97 was Volume 1, 98 Volume 2, 99. Yeah, 99.
Right.
Because Dynasty came out in 2000.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Every fucking summer.
And that's what I was saying. I feel like when Dynasty came out, that's when they were really popular with everything.
Oh yeah, but I mean, and I think that that was, it spread throughout hip hop, right? Things became more profitable. Like you started seeing things like artists creating their own labels a little bit more, right?
Like, that was like halfway to Jay-Z's peak.
Yeah.
I feel.
Shit, I don't know if Jay-Z's at. I mean,
Yeah, right. Like, has the man peaked?
and he's
Well, that's the
48
thing.
years old. I looked it up yesterday.
So yeah,
He's old as fuck.
has Jay-Z peaked?
Musically, yeah, I think so. Musically,
I don't know, man.
but
Jay-Z
the
has
man's-
only got better.
The man's business.
In my
mind.
eyes,
His music's different now.
Here's the thing.
It's not the same.
444 is different than
Jay-Z makes music for musicians now.
444 is different than his Jay and Beyonce collab.
Yeah.
I don't like that Jay Beyonce collab as much as I like 444. 444, I think, was the pinnacle of his like
Pinnacle?
growth.
Yeah, this man's a pinnacle.
The pinnacle
Okay.
of
Do
his
it.
growth.
Okay.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
mean, I'm pretty sure it's pinnacle.
It's definitely pinnacle.
It's whatever the fuck you want to call it, because pinnacle is actually a game.
Shout out
so.
to Zach when I said. Hold on. Shout out to Zach Glassbrenner. I know you're watching. When I said, when I pronounced epitome as epitome,
When did you do that?
that was like wow. I mean, I was like 12, 13, but yeah.
Oh, I thought you did it on the podcast. I would have definitely
No.
called you out on that
Yes,
shit.
man. No. But yeah, so shout out to Zach in the comment. He's like, what'd you say? And I was like, epitome. He's like, dog, you mean epitome? And I was like, yeah. Yeah.
What did I say?
I did that shit.
That's the
I did
funniest
that
shit.
That's
Motherfucker
What I
say,
say?
yo,
What
that's
I
it.
say?
Motherfucker say the wrong word, and you be like, what? No, it's this. Be like, oh, yeah.
What the fuck
What did I say? Be like you said that. Like, no, motherfucker. If I could rewind life right now, you'd see how dumb you looked at it.
I was like, in my head, I'm like, I know I wouldn't say that. Why did I say that?
epitome.
I know it's not epitome.
Epitome.
Sounds like a good word.
Yeah,
I don't think
It
it
sounds
is one.
it sounds like some
Epitome.
music related shit.
Yeah.
Epitome.
You know?
Pinnacle. Okay,
Pinnacle.
we're good.
All right, you know what?
That was
Fucking
not.
regroup here because
that was-
we
We
started
got thing done.
we started Eminem's birthday.
God.
So
Yeah,
happy
let's run
birthday,
through some shit.
Eminem.
man.
Real
Get to the big
fast.
topics.
Diddy and Cassie broke up after 11 years.
Holy shit.
That's crazy.
Good for her though.
I mean, shit. Diddy, how many fucking people do you owe money on like a fucking?
That motherfucker's.
He's paying all these bitches out, and I don't say bitch in a derogatory sense. Sometimes
Yeah, you
But-
never say that ever, actually. But keep on.
I enjoy saying it. Anyway, so yeah, y'all get that shit together.
And now, you know, she's single, you're single. So, who knows?
She's bad,
Shot.
but I don't think I want that.
Shot.
Shot. All right, so
Anyway.
there's some new music that came out this week because it's fucking new music
And
every
I
week.
haven't listened
Every
to any of it.
I haven't listened to it either, and I'm on a boycott.
I listened to that.
I'm
new-
listening to old shit now.
I peeped,
Going back.
I peeped the new Lil Yachty, and I thought it was just not me.
I didn't listen to it once.
He does a lot of
It
singing.
was schoolish. It was like school sing-along.
I'm gonna be honest. I didn't even look up the new music that dropped until today. Well, I mean, obviously it came out today, but like, till like right before we started this, I went on Apple Music and I was like, huh.
I saw
Apple Music
Future released. I'll
Apple
probably
Music is
listen.
a full scope.
I'll probably
I
listen to
think-
Future
I think
tomorrow.
Future, that's like, I mean, yeah, he's got
Is Juice WRLD a person too?
Juice WRLD is one person, yeah, but he's got a collab.
So Future and Juice WRLD, and it's called Juice WRLD.
Right.
It's a little strange to me that they would have a collab album and name it after one guy, but whatever. So yeah, maybe I'll
I'm
listen
sure
to
his
it.
name, yeah, like his name is Juice WRLD.
Yeah, but when I looked it up on Apple Music, it literally said Future and Juice WRLD, and then the title was Juice WRLD, and I had no idea if Juice WRLD. I'd never heard of Juice WRLD before.
We just said Juice WRLD so much just now.
Yeah,
I literally just stopped listening to you guys.
That's like
I just tuned back in.
that is
I
one
swear
of
to
the
God.
things that are wrong.
I blacked
Today's music.
I blacked out for about 35 seconds. Like I don't know what the fuck.
I don't want to say either of those words anymore.
no.
In my life.
Have you heard those words? Like the words that those people have said?
So I heard 2-3 tracks off of it, and I just wasn't impressed.
It's a Future album, so I probably wouldn't be impressed anyway.
It's just
Future's good on a
auto-tune
feature.
and
Future is good on a feature.
You know what the problem with today's
That's it.
music is?
Like as on a hook. Is what you're seeing.
These new artists are so unimpressive that it doesn't take much for them to become impressive.
The bar's
That's why I
been
won't
set
listen
very-
to it.
The bar has been set extremely low.
Yeah,
If
extraordinarily
you watch
low.
those BET ciphers with like the freshman class and stuff with Lil Uzi Vert and all that, yo, he just says the same shit over and over again the whole time.
He sings.
And then like these guys just hype him up the whole time. Yeah.
That's a
I was
really-
like, yo, no.
That's a really big thing in
Stop
hip hop
it.
nowadays. Gunshot sounds.
Stop.
Like it's always been a thing, but like
First of all,
now it's like
First
that's
of
like
all,
the rap.
You artists want to go on and be like, no, stop the violence, put the guns down, and then
The verse literally be like, I shoot you in the blah, blah. Don't get ga 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 ga.
stop.
What the what?
Stop it.
Like why is your verse a whole bunch of just like
Sound effects.
yeah?
Yeah.
It's like you're pressing.
I like gunshot sound.
You got a soundboard in your throat.
He's got
Like-
soundboards, right?
I need it off the
Yeah,
soundboard,
soundboards.
a good click click boom.
Stop it.
I don't want you to be like
Nope.
brah.
That shouldn't rhyme. Like you shouldn't rhyme sound effects
No.
Unless you got what was that?
as a rapper.
Like, what the fuck?
That was never accepted back in the day.
No. And then Khaled.
Khaled.
Yeah. So
Khaled?
I peeped it.
I gotta catch
It's
up.
not for me. I thought it was pretty soft, and it was just like a little more poppy too.
Oh,
I don't know what to
I
expect
forgot.
from him.
It was yeah. So it was listed as R&B soul, but I felt like it was a little more pop oriented.
I saved it, listened to the first track,
no
forgot
no
to go
offense
back to it.
to him, but or his fans. You know, if anyone.
I'm gonna give it.
listens to him, but yeah.
I'm gonna listen to it this weekend because I meant to. I started it, and I think the first track I didn't mind, but for some reason, man, like I just jumped into something else. I'm trying to create a playlist, and I've kind of gotten to a point where now I'll start listening through it. You know, and but once I get into like a playlist I like, I'll just listen to it until I don't like it anymore.
I was thinking earlier today, because I was driving to work, and it was like 6 a.m. And I throw my Apple Music on shuffle on my way to work every day. And I was like, man, Apple Music needs to become adaptive, right? Where 6 in the morning, you play songs that make sense for 6 in the morning.
Yeah.
Throw on some R&B shit, throw on some smooth shit that's gonna like, and then just have it gradually kind of get harder, so that we're not waking up in the morning. And then like in the afternoon, you know, I'm ready to go home, I'm full of fucking rage on the road, throw on some hard shit, you know?
Right.
Apple Music, get it together.
Right.
I don't know nothing about Apple Music, man. I got Spotify.
Oh,
I have an iPhone,
I
so it
am
makes sense.
Apple Music all day.
I have an iPhone.
Yeah, I don't really mess with Spotify.
Hey, whatever.
I use it with Joe Budden.
Whatever
That's
floats
about
your
it.
Yeah.
boat.
For sure.
Yeah.
Alright, so one more music thing that we gotta get the fuck on off this music topic, cause yeah. So J. Cole, today I saw he got an upcoming mixtape called The Off Season. And very shortly after that he intends to release an actual album called The Fall Off.
Oh, really? Wow.
I don't know what to expect from it. J. Cole usually delivers some decent product. I know you
I'll
have
listen
your
to it.
differences with J. Cole.
That just sounds pretty, I don't know, bleak.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'll listen to it.
I swear I feel like J. Cole's gonna retire soon.
He could do a lot.
Yeah.
Within his career. After after hip hop.
But you do, that is not I don't think that's an off thought.
Like, I really want to see J. Cole act, if I can be very honest.
I don't know, man.
I don't think I want
There's
to
been some people who have acted.
No. I totally get that, but I feel like he'd be a really genuine person.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I feel like he should start a podcast.
Or that, yeah.
But then don't stop listening to
you're
us.
right about that, though. Like, I feel like I would want to hear what he has to say about a lot of
Yeah, I'd
topics.
like to pick his brain.
Yeah.
He's an interesting character.
I feel like him or Chance could do a podcast. I listen to it.
Yeah, most definitely. They're kind of the same
The
guy.
Cole and Chance podcast. Hey, think about it.
I'm not sure if that would happen.
Honestly, I didn't think that Chance was going to do an interview with Joe.
Well, no, I just meant like on their schedule, they could do a podcast together.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to get done.
Like them two, Chances everywhere.
North Carolina to Chicago.
Some shit. Yeah, right.
But no, yeah, I'll listen to his album. I'm gonna listen to his album.
Yeah, right.
All right. So figure out what's going on with that. I'm not sure exactly when it's supposed to drop, but be on the lookout.
Yeah.
We're gonna switch to basketball now. There's a lot of basketball stuff to talk about, I feel like. So first thing, we were talking about Stephen A's remarks about Melo coming off the bench for the first time in his career.
Yeah, which is crazy.
And given the NBA season just started, I haven't paid attention to Houston at all. I'm not sure if he started or not. I think they had their first game now, right?
Yeah, he came off the bench.
Came off the bench. And Stephen A was saying something to the effect of he can't come off the bench. Like he's never came off the bench in his career.
Melo can't be Melo if you don't put Melo in the situation that Melo thrives. Right?
That's
no. It's
so
not
pretentious, though.
It is. But if you want to get what comes with Melo, what comes with him, you need to allow him to. You got to put him in the situation where that's where it's going to come from.
I get that.
He's not going to be productive coming off the bench because he's not engaged right away.
Well, especially you look at him last season, and he's a shooter, but now he's to the point where he needs to get in rhythm.
I don't know. I say you're a veteran. Just fucking prove yourself. If you feel like you should fucking start, like, and you took the position, you're gonna be like the 6th, 7th man.
No, I'm with you.
And grab that starter spot in a month. Like,
But so you think he
put up those fucking numbers?
Yeah.
If you can, right? But the thing is, Kenny, if he doesn't, I don't know. It's one of those situations where
I feel like that was a challenge.
I feel like Houston was a terrible choice
Maybe.
for him to go.
Show us what you can do. You want to complain about it, or he didn't really complain, but
he's not doing. He didn't shoot well, so
right.
While I think Houston is his best chance of winning a ring before he's done, I also think it was a bad move in some ways because
that was
there's
also
too much
a
star
late
power
move too.
Yeah.
So you kind of had to do something.
They're loaded.
To me, there's too much star power on that team, and it's hard to spread the ball that much. You got Chris Paul, fucking James Harden, and Melo, and there's just three very
I don't see why they
type
would
players.
start.
They're loaded. It's
James Harden can play a shooting guard.
Yeah.
Melo should have went to that team, and I think deep down he probably knew that he couldn't start.
Hmm?
Yeah, something had to happen there. You're right. Something had to happen there.
Yeah.
It wasn't just that decision and Melo's pissed, and he's just accepting it. No, I feel like they all had a heart to heart and was like, can you fucking do this?
Yeah.
Can you start and be a star,
Yeah.
Because you're playing with two other stars that are going to potentially play a lot better than you will.
Right. So if you can't produce like
so
that,
come
you
off
got to
the
get
bench and then we'll see in a month,
Right.
Like that's how I'm thinking of it. Yeah.
No, I'm with you. When it comes down to it, this is his reality. He's gonna have.
It is.
If they start him, then they're just falling victim to exactly what he wants. Essentially, you're just okay, fine, whatever, we'll do it.
Exactly.
But is that right for your team? So, for me, Melo's gonna have to probably get used to it. And if he doesn't, then we might be seeing some of the last days of Melo.
Yeah,
Do
right.
you guys want to see Houston win a championship?
I do. I want to see Melo win a championship. He deserves it. He's a great player.
You want to see Chris Paul win a championship?
I do. I really do.
I'd take a Houston
They
championship.
both deserve it.
I'd take a.
I mean, right now,
those guys are hard workers, man.
right now, anybody but Cleveland and Golden State, which Cleveland, of course, is not going to win
What about
this year.
what about
But
No.
LA?
Well, so basically, what I'm getting at anybody but LeBron and Steph Curry.
Jay LeBron is just. I'm sorry, but the man's a beast, man.
They don't.
Oh, yeah.
Every game that I actually can watch.
They don't hold a lot of stake in them doing well this year.
Oh yeah.
They didn't lose the first game.
Let something happen.
They don't think it's gonna.
Lonzo Ball's coming off the bench.
Let LeBron slip
Like he's
up
officially
once,
coming off the bench.
He's out for a month or something. I don't know if the Lakers gonna do that well without him.
They don't think they're gonna do good with him right now.
Well,
At least the
true,
first season,
true,
you know.
true. Yeah.
And he said something like.
Well, he put up 32 the other night and 10 rebounds and like 9 assists.
And they still lost.
They did.
They said something about. He said something about like, it's kind of like oatmeal, but not because like it's not instant.
Yeah,
We're gonna have to form together. We're gonna have to gel. Like,
time.
you know, of course, it takes a while to get that chemistry, and
Right.
who knows? I mean, honestly, I don't want to see him. I don't want to see him win another.
Yeah, and I don't know. I feel like that could be his new home. I don't know. Whatever. I mean, it is home.
It is his home.
It
He's
is
there
home
for 4
too.
years.
Exactly.
He's always been. He's had a home there for a long time now.
Right.
But I don't care to see them go far with him. I don't want to see him.
Yeah,
win a
I
ring.
guess.
I
Yeah.
don't want to see him win a ring in Cleveland or Miami.
Like you asking that question. I feel like I didn't want to see Lakers win another one, especially not with LeBron.
Yeah. No.
Not because of LeBron, but I just feel like he's the only person on that team that would make that difference.
I literally am
And
not
no one else
rooting
would
for.
deserve that ring after that.
Yeah.
You know, it's just his ring.
I mean, Rondo might shine.
No, I would like to see Rondo.
I do want to see.
Rondo
that.
was a great point guard, man. Rondo was
I don't think Ray's gonna do much this.
He's a true point guard.
They're starting him over Lonzo, which doesn't necessarily mean a lot,
big
but because Rondo knows how to run an offense.
I mean, he's a veteran.
He's a veteran.
He's a veteran. He's a champion.
That's
too,
all.
You know?
And also a champion.
100%.
It'd be interesting to see. Speaking of Lonzo, not himself, but his pops. You know, he started that new basketball league, right?
Oh yeah.
So
right.
you can like.
It's man.
So basically, the NBA just kind of like
this shit.
shut the whole shit down.
This shit.
The G League now
Busted.
is accepting 18-year-olds and paying them a 5-month contract, $125,000. So basically, LeVar's league is pointless. Nobody's gonna want to sign with him for what do you say, like $10,000 or some shit? Like,
Yo, we done came up in the wrong era.
yo, for real.
Shit though, for real, man.
Not that at 18 I was gonna get a contract,
But
what the fuck? If I knew that was a thing, I would have really tried for it.
I don't ordinarily want to knock anybody's hustle, right?
I hear you.
But LeVar has been nothing but a fucking complete dick face
Yeah, man.
since he's been in the spotlight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just the fact that he
He's just
said
negative,
he
man.
could beat MJ.
Stop it! Stop it!
Just the fact that
God
he said that, I
damn
was like, I don't want to hear you ever
Kobe
speak again in your
Bryant
life.
or LeBron James, nor LeBron James have ever said that they could or
They
would
better know better.
beat Michael Jordan.
Kobe got his game from
How was
MJ.
LeVar Ball's old ass from the same generation as Michael Jordan gonna say he can beat him?
Yo, first of all,
Stop
LeVar played in
LeVar
college.
Ball!
LeVar played in college.
Get the
and
fuck
he
out of my
averaged
face.
something like 2.5
Excuse
points a game.
Excuse me. You know, excited.
Yo,
right
I'm
now.
still stuck on this fucking 5-month, $125,000 contract.
Yo,
Yeah.
I'm good for the rest of the next 7 months.
That's a thing. That's a
That's
thing.
Doesn't do shit.
That's a thing now.
At 18.
Shit, you don't have to start.
Yeah. And that's just 1 year, then you're eligible for the league.
There you go. You're set up. It's a setup program.
You have to be 19 to be eligible for the league.
It's a fucking
So
setup
they let you
program.
play.
So this is the way you
It's
go
like-
to college.
Yeah, exactly. It's like
Mother,
And
and
this
you
is-
get paid.
And you
this
can practice
is
with pros.
this is pro.
Yo,
prep.
motherfuckers are gonna be like,
Pro
yo,
prep.
college,
Pro
fuck
prep.
off. I'm going
Right.
to get paid,
Pro
motherfucker.
prep.
Yeah.
I'm doing that.
I mean, I feel like fuck college anyway because they charge me all types of money. For
Yeah, but they about to
bullshit.
say, fuck all this not getting paid shit. I'm about to go here,
Yeah.
get paid, then go to the league, and not worry about fucking sitting in class all day, because that's just terrible too.
Yeah. So there's all types of controversy surrounding Minnesota, obviously with Jimmy Butler and all that. But looking past Jimmy Butler, Derrick Rose had a fairly decent game the other night.
Yeah.
He, got off the knees and got a dunk up.
Yeah.
So shout out to Derrick. Always like to see him doing big
Yeah,
things, man.
He seems like he's having fun right
It's
now.
funny though because I was watching some highlights from Minnesota, and even with all the bullshit in their locker room right now, they're still looking good, man.
Yeah, they are.
They're looking really good. Like
I was gonna say when you asked about champ, I wouldn't mind seeing Minnesota win just because
they're
that's
not.
Huh?
They're not.
No, not that they will.
I would love to see it because all the Bulls players would win.
Everybody you would like to see win would win. Not with the jersey you would like to have them on.
I
With.
think in the East they have a good chance of getting out of the East.
So I'm saying 8 seed.
There's not 8 good teams in the East to me.
There's 7 more. There's 7 other teams.
You got Boston. You got Toronto.
The Bulls.
They got their ass.
Bulls is a
kicked
contender?
yesterday.
Yeah, I think so.
No,
I think so.
I doubt it.
No, I don't think so, man. They got.
I doubt the Bulls are in contention for the
I
next.
say if
couple
everybody
years.
stays healthy this year,
Over the
next year they have a good chance.
The Timberwolves are in more contention than the Bulls.
Now, yeah.
I'd say
definitely.
if they all stay
The
healthy.
Bulls are a few
next
years
season,
off.
Next season they could be a good team if they all stay healthy. The Bulls, Minnesota, they're pretty good to go.
Yeah, and they're on a time crunch because they're all getting a little older. Luol Deng, Taj Gibson,
Between 5.
Derek.
Yeah.
Between 5 and 8 seed.
But you also have, given Wiggins had his own controversy or people just talking shit. And then Cat, there's some good talent, both old and young on that team. And, you got good leadership. Somebody who's going to help you get straight through.
Of course.
Shout out to Thibodeau, man, because that man's still...
One of my favorite coaches.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
absolutely.
most definitely. He runs his players into the ground and shit, but he's great but he's great at it, that's for sure.
Yeah, he's trying to get what he can out of them,
It's
man.
a big negative aspect of his record.
Yeah.
Like, I may run him into the ground, but I run him into the ground like nobody else.
That man might have been the
Joe!
reason why Derrick Rose collapsed the way he did.
He could have, but he also was the reason why Derrick won that MVP when
Yeah.
we got to the conference
You're right.
finals.
You're right.
Yeah, you can't only have it one way, you know what I mean? It's
I
gotta
agree.
be both
Take the good with
ways.
the bad for sure, every
Yeah.
time.
Right.
So let's see. There's more basketball related things, but it also is kind of centered around shoes. So I'm gonna save that for the last thing before we go into the outro here. Before that though, Floyd Mayweather. Outside of his dick-headed buying 1,000 fucking tickets, there's a possibility now of him fighting Khabib, the guy who fought.
Yeah, because he said, because the red coat was, he called me out, he's got to come to my world. That's what Mayweather said.
Mayweather's never going to go fight anybody in the octagon. A bunch of
I
bullshit.
don't know why people think that that's a thing.
He's going to get his ass whooped and
He's
he
like
knows it.
42 years old, and these motherfuckers are savages. He's not. Look, boxing is a science that is way more calculated. Like in terms of, because you're only using your fists, so you gotta be very calculated with it. Mm-hmm. MMA, you got like all sorts of possibilities of what you can do.
No, I hear you.
Yeah.
So Floyd never had to do it sweeping and fucking. That dude will get his ass destroyed in the octagon.
That's the thing,
Quick.
is that these MMA
Mike
people,
Tyson
You're
quit.
so right.
MMA is mixed martial arts. They all have studied some form of martial
For
arts.
years.
For years.
For fucking
They're
years.
all black belts
This
in
is,
something.
dude,
you
it
know?
doesn't take one day. Like, I can't say I'm gonna get a black belt and then next year you're like, dude, you get it? Like, hell yeah, shit was easy. No,
Listen.
I will be on the quest for a black belt for fucking 20 years.
Yeah. Look, Floyd is crazy fast. He's got, all kinds of technical shit. There's no way you can go into the octagon and win. It's not gonna happen.
No.
So he's
smarter
He
than
will get
that.
destroyed.
If
He's
he takes
smarter
any
than that.
fight-
And I think even though him and 50 be beefing, 50 would be like, champ, champ, don't do it. You will die. You like die. Like
you're
you're gonna die.
Oh, you want to die? Die. Okay.
Like that's what it is. No. Stay the fuck out that place with 8 sides, motherfucker.
However, I do understand that he's supposed to be fighting Pacquiao. I think. I don't know. Is it this month or next month?
I don't know.
I thought November is when I heard.
Why? I don't understand why.
Because it's
Money.
two old ass cats. Who, it's always a money grab, dude.
Money.
When it comes to Floyd, it's a money grab.
Predictions.
Floyd's gonna win by decision.
Yeah.
Floyd's gonna win
Every
by
time.
decision for sure.
I'd like to see him knock out Pacquiao.
No,
Pacquiao,
I would love to see.
Pacquiao knock the shit out of him.
Dude, I would love to see
No,
Pacquiao whoop his
Mayweather has to
ass.
go
I'm a Mayweather
The
fan.
only way
That
Pacquiao
man,
wins.
stop it. That man's not a fighter.
No, fuck.
He's not a fighter.
He just dances.
His first 20 fights
Dude,
were
he's not-
entertaining.
he's-
Sugar Ray
he,
fought
he
more.
plays
Yeah.
Sugar
listen,
Ray was a dancer.
there's different types of fighters, yo.
No.
Stop it.
His first 20 fights when he was young and hungry.
What's so wrong about the way he fights? I mean, yeah, it's not
Because you're not fighting.
it's not flashy, But yo,
You're not
think
fighting.
of it.
He
You've
dancing,
seen old
you're
Floyd.
floating.
You've seen old Floyd footage, right?
That's what I'm telling you. His first 20 fights is when he was young and hungry. He was a beast. He was knocking motherfuckers out. Now he's
He understood preservation. He understood preservation. He understood that I tire him out. He understood that I got to be more calculated. He does the shoulder roll. He does that shoulder roll so much more. No, hell no. Why would he be like? He doesn't need to be in a ring.
But don't talk
That's
shit.
my argument.
Then is my thing. Like,
Well, he's talking shit to Canelo about. He's like Canelo talking about because
you
Canelo
talk shit
took PEDs and all that shit.
every fight though, and it's just
Yeah,
like just
so
stop
what?
talking at some point because you're not fighting anymore. That's my point.
When he was like, no man, that's still fighting, dude.
I don't know.
You're still taking punches from big ass dudes, and if they can't beat you,
You're not
if they
big
can't
ass
knock
dudes. He's fighting his weight
Heck
class.
yeah, I wasn't fucking big at all.
and
that was a
skilled
horrible
fighters,
fight.
skilled fighters.
What is he, welterweight?
That was a horrible fight.
I don't know. skilled boxers then,
Sure.
because Pacquiao beating our ass,
Well, of course.
and then
Without a doubt.
so
Same with Mayweather.
but Mayweather like just because he has his that shoulder roll doesn't mean that's not he's that's his defense.
Oh no! I have no problem with that at all. I'm just saying the dancing and the not actually fighting during rounds.
I think he fights during rounds,
I do
not as much as you would maybe want. It's not flashy,
listen.
but it's using the
gonna
sweet
say-
science to it's
If
like
you want to
top.
watch his last 5 fights and say that he threw,
Yeah, but that sample right there is
He just-
unfair.
It's
what do you
not.
mean?
He
If
made,
you're gonna do, if
you
you
know what's
gotta
funny
take a
to me?
sample, you're gonna have to
I
take.
am.
I need you to take
only going
take
back
5
5 fights.
Well, then that's unfair because that's
No,
the
no,
lad
no.
literally from 37 to 40.
do you know how much money he made in those last
Oh,
5
a lot of
fights?
money, but that's not his fault.
Put on a fucking show.
That's
That
not his
is
fault.
His show,
That's
his
not
show
his
was
fault,
all
but-
pre-fight.
There you go.
No, huh?
His show was all pre-fight.
Sure,
It's just the talk.
but you knew that going in.
Yes, but back in the
And
day,
you
it
knew
was
that
happening.
going in.
Well, so my thing is, if you're gonna talk this much, then fucking go at this man. They're gonna kill him.
He's
Then,
37
Back in the
years
day-
old. He can't go out like
then don't fucking talk shit.
But he's still
Stop
winning.
talking shit.
No, then knock him the fuck out. If you can't knock him out, then what the fuck?
He wins.
If
by
you ain't knocked him
decision.
out,
You can't catch the man.
Huh?
He wins.
Exactly.
I
So
said he's
apparently he's
fast.
faster, he's stronger.
He's
He got
not-
stronger shoulders than all you
Wait a
motherfuckers.
second. Wait a second. He's not a fucking triathlete. His job is to go and fight. And he runs all fucking
Do you
fight.
know the-
12 rounds?
Do you
Why am I going to watch
understand
12 rounds
boxing
of him
and the
running around the
sweet
ring?
science of boxing?
Bro,
It's a
I
different
get that.
fucking
I get
game. It's a
he's in
different
a
fucking
10 by
box.
10 ring running around fucking circles for 12
Not
rounds.
running. It's footwork. It's footwork.
So
and if
Ali-
your footwork,
Fucking
So hold on.
footwork.
there's
Hold
two
on.
different. There's
Hold
four.
on.
There's different
Hold on.
fighters, yo.
Hold on. So Ali, the greatest boxer, probably,
Defensive as fuck.
Cassius.
was a dancer. Like
Defensive
was a
as
dancer
fuck.
in the ring all day. But I don't know. I felt he had way more tenacity throughout his whole career.
Maybe.
So
Maybe, but we
so
see.
I-
Wait.
stop.
Rest, God.
Hold on.
Yo, rest in peace. We see what happened to him.
Okay, sure. You're right. Yeah. Okay, sure.
You know what I'm saying?
But-
I'm saying preservation of body. Regardless, you
Look,
can't.
Mayweather just
You
love his
cannot.
fuck, though.
You cannot. Maybe, but he's still living life, and he's not in that.
My
that way.
God,
Preservation-
listen.
no, I'm
He's
listening.
in a profession where his job is to fight. You selected that
Adam,
life. You're not fighting.
Adam, he's fighting within the guidelines of what the
No.
boxing is.
He can go fight the strippers he's throwing his money
It's
at.
in his fault.
I
Listen,
want to see it.
I just can't make these shitty movies, and they just keep
You
giving
have-
me
Yes,
money,
that's exactly
man.
what it is.
You
I
have-
don't want to see it.
You have to see that side though, because he is right.
Yes, it's true. But I don't
totally see your.
I
Okay,
don't
so you
understand
said
why
Floyd's
people don't
first-
see it.
If you ain't knocking somebody out,
No.
and going
That's
to their fucking
Evander
neck,
Holyfield
Then why,
fucking
then
Mike
why are they
Tyson
not
days,
doing
dude.
it to him? Because he's
because
good
they
at his
can't.
work.
Fuck
Because
that.
because he's good. He's great.
It's not good. He just works on his speed
That's
and he doesn't
my
do
thing,
shit.
man.
That's boxing.
No, it's not. Throwing
My man-
punches is boxing.
My man.
Boxing is not just
Listen,
throwing punches.
Let's bring this down.
It's
for a
not
second.
willy nilly.
Let's
Just
bring the.
all miles.
That's what I want.
No, that exactly. But
That's
that's
what
not
boxing
it.
is. Listen,
Not
all the fights
give
I
me-
watched,
give
all the
me
fights I
fucking
watched
Tyson.
growing up,
Give me
Evander
Tyson, okay?
Holyfield and Mike Tyson.
No, you
Tyson.
cannot compare
Give me
heavyweight
Tyson.
fights.
Give me
Why
Tyson.
not?
No, you're right. You're right.
They're
You're
just
right.
why not?
He's right about
Why not? They're just bigger
Totally
dudes
different.
in the
You
same
cannot.
fucking ring,
Totally
doing the same
different.
fucking thing.
Totally
Because
It's
listen,
not.
listen, no.
not.
It is.
Adam, listen to me.
I don't need a knockout.
Beside a Tyson who was a freak of nature, Heavyweights cannot move like
They
a
can't.
fucking smaller dude can move.
I understand.
So they have only one option. Let's slug it out, motherfucker.
So you have 130-pound dudes in a fucking ring, throw more fights, more punches. I'm not looking for it. Doesn't have to be a fucking knockout every time.
It's strategy. It's strategy. You,
But I
if
want-
you
I
know,
want
listen,
punches
I
landed.
want punches.
yeah, agreed. But if you're fighting Floyd, right, and you know his strategy is to tire you out and then start giving you some, right? Then don't do it.
True.
But if you fall into the trap, that is the sweet science, homie.
Let me tell you
you
something.
done, you can't you
And
done tired
Pacquiao-
yourself out.
Pacquiao fell into
Percentage
that.
wise, you've thrown mad punches
Early.
that have missed. So now your card is fucked up,
But,
right?
but why is that okay? Why is that good?
That's
Why-
part of it.
But
That's part of it. You have to strategize. You can't just,
Let me tell
just
you.
be trying to throw the hit. You gotta hit. You gotta
you're a
hit.
boxer, bro.
This
No,
is
but
why-
you can't.
This is
Like,
why
I can't just be like, "Dang, we're boxing, motherfucker."
I'm gonna fucking kill you.
You know, like, no,
Yes.
you throw.
Yes.
I got a bob. I got a
If
weave,
you
and
gave
then
me a half of a fucking round and you went at each other crazy until somebody got knocked out, I'm fucking happy with that. More than 12 rounds, there goes the decision.
Listen,
It cost $70.
Listen,
I'm with
If
that. You're
one of
talking to the guy that wants steroids in baseball.
If one of the boxers doesn't look like fucking Rocky against Apollo at the end of the match, I don't want to see it.
Well, we're lacking heavyweights anyway.
I don't want you to be able to see it on your
So what you're saying is essentially this type of boxing doesn't appeal to you.
No, that's why the UFC blew up, because people
Hold
want
up.
to see it different.
Sam is a great point there. We just don't agree with that class.
But it's a lot of people now. That's why UFC blew up in the first place.
Agreed. Boxing has been, but the thing
Because it's more of a no
You
holds
don't-
barred, like, we're
it's
going to
no
go
secret.
at each other and whoop each other's ass.
it's no secret boxing's been on the decline.
That's what they say,
Oh,
but
yeah.
they're still paying fucking Floyd $100 million for a fight.
That's not his fault,
But,
man.
yeah, because
I
the
just
hype-
keep making
the
these
hype-
shitty movies and
the
they
hype-
keep paying me
The
for them.
hype, the hype is
It's
just
the Matthew
way too
McConaughey
real.
syndrome.
It is. It is.
But why do you dumb people keep buying into this?
Like
He's talking shit for 3 months.
Look, okay,
they get into a fight and there's nothing.
Floyd Mayweather can't say no to money because he's.
Why
fucking-
would you
Oh,
say
I
no
would-
to that?
fucking
You know
you.
you're gonna
Look-
win.
Let me tell you
Right.
something. Listen.
I'll take that all day.
I do not.
I just don't agree with the way he fights. That's all.
Yeah.
Which you don't have to.
I
but
don't.
you have to
I
appreciate
don't.
the idea that he stays within the guidelines and he tires the opponent out. The opponent knows that that's his strategy,
All I
and they
know-
continue to throw punches.
All I know is
You ain't gonna hit him,
all I know
motherfucker.
is I don't like lightweight fights.
Yeah.
They're not.
Listen,
They're not as fun.
I
They're
don't blame
definitely
him.
not as fun.
I don't blame him for his motives. Everybody wants money. If you're gonna make money doing what you fucking know how to do it, right? But you are, if you're gonna classify yourself as a fighter, and the way that you made your way to 49-0
The classification.
by being a fighter, and now you all of a sudden change that. Why are you still accept?
Adam, the
I don't know,
classification
we can
of a
watch it, man.
fighter in boxing is different than what you're classifying a fighter in.
Well,
No,
so there,
that's
well,
the
so
new
there are
generation.
different classifications of a fighter.
And one in, but I'm saying like what a fighter is in boxing, it's you have different styles, but the guidelines are your strategy is
So
a chess
there
game.
are, yeah.
I need him to throw as many punches that miss as possible.
Listen.
So I look like I play better
I
defense.
hear you.
I need to land the ones that are the most strategic. If I land 20 and I threw 40 and he threw 60 and landed 10, I still win that
Listen,
round.
This is not a new concept, but the problem
No,
is,
it is, yeah.
this is a new generation of accepting that, because back in the day, outside of like the Tyson fights, you have the first 2 rounds, you're feeling each other out, you're throwing little jabs, seeing what you got, and then all of a sudden you're fucking going at each other, you're trying to knock each other out. That's the idea. You are a boxer. Your job is to throw punches at the other guy, land as
Fights,
many of them as you
fights
can.
always
and
intensify at the end. Always, even Floyd.
So they have to.
They barely do.
No, they do. They do. They intensify.
They have to. They all do.
You know what? His
Because that's when he know Floyd's intensify. Why? Because Floyd has literally saved energy for the most part. His opponent is tired, and now Floyd can play with his ass and do a little bob and weave.
You know what his
couple
strategy
jabs,
reminds me of?
Right hook.
You
left
remember?
hook.
You remember when Homer Simpson was a boxer? That's what
I
fucking
remember when
Floyd
Martin
Mayweather
was a
reminds
boxer.
me. That's what reminds me of Floyd.
Who knocked him out?
Oh man, I can't even remember to be honest with you. I can't even
Listen,
remember.
all I know is
But no,
boxing does not. I'm not paying you
No.
fucking $50 for
think
pay
of-
per view.
no. Listen,
Sorry, I'm not doing that.
let me bring this up. In the Tyson era, pay-per-views were probably just the same, $40, $30, $29.95.
No.
$24.95.
Is it more expensive now?
I think so.
No, I thought they were like $100 back then.
Yeah, it was a little high. It was a little high because it was harder to get. I think.
Now it's like $50, $60 back then.
I thought
think
it was much cheaper back then.
Regardless,
I
right?
think so.
You pay a large amount of money
I never had to pay
for
for
a Tyson fight. You pay to watch basically the undercards.
Yeah.
Because the Tyson fight, you could literally look away, say, "Hey man, what the fuck?" And last thing you know, dude's on the ground, 10 count. Is it
I love that.
8 count, 10 count?
I do.
Give me that. Show me that fucking haymaker that just knocks you the fuck out. You earned that money. You knocked that fucking dude out. You showed him.
man's face just like all.
I'm trying to see
crazy.
the Rocky like fucking
But
eyes closed, like,
until recently, with YouTube and all of the ability of DVR, you didn't get the chance to see it that many times. They showed it, you got hit, then they probably showed it a few times, but not in really great depth of definition. Now you can see that.
all I'm saying is he's not putting on a show that's worth $100 million to me. I'd rather go to fucking World Star Hip Hop and watch a bunch of street brawls.
Because one, you're not a hardcore boxing fan.
That's not a hardcore boxing fan. What hardcore boxing? I swear to God.
Anything,
Give me a fucking 100,000 person sample,
dude,
and let me ask all those people, what's a hardcore boxing fan to you? Do you fucking think Floyd Mayweather is the epitome of boxing to you? Or that Patome?
No, I didn't say he was. I didn't say he was. Didn't say he was.
You said that I'm not an actual...
I didn't say he was the epitome of boxing.
Right.
I said he is a great boxer.
But you said that you're not like a hardcore boxing fan if you don't want to watch...
No, I said you are
fight.
probably not a hardcore boxing fan. I didn't...
A hardcore boxing
off of that.
But that was based off the fact that Floyd Mayweather, to me, is not putting on a show.
Right.
That's worth the...
But in your eyes, that's the case. But I guarantee a purist finds that to be a different story.
A purist will see every aspect of it and know what to expect.
And that's what we're arguing. That I'm arguing.
He's right about that.
A purist looks at boxing in aspect.
Right.
Yes, Floyd is not your ideal boxer.
Lightweight stance.
Right.
That's all it is.
But he moves his feet. He knows it, ring awareness. Fucking he can rope a dope and let the fucking his opponent throw as many punches as he wants.
So how about this then? What if we classify him as
Little
the
bitch.
greatest lightweight boxer then? Because we have to make that distinction now.
But the problem is, to me, is that there's
Because he is not the greatest fighter.
No,
Based on
there's not other people.
No, not the greatest
There's
fighter.
other
not
people
a
who were
great
in his class back in the day
His
who
class
did what he does,
Sure.
and they still put out a bigger show. Prince Nassim.
And
That's somebody who I
is
loved
a
watching
great
fucking
mention,
boxing.
Actually, that's
Yeah.
a great mention.
That's somebody who I loved watching.
he was a
boxing.
showman.
He was
a showmanship. There was a showmanship.
But
too.
that's
what
all
Floyd
Floyd is.
Floyd, yeah.
Nassim, there were still actual fights after he fucking hopped over, backflipped over the ring entrance or whatever he did.
But a lot of people will tell you that they don't like Prince Nassim because that is to
Because he
show
has
me-
an arrogant,
No,
dickhead attitude.
and that's not what boxing is
But
supposed
it's
to be
all.
about.
But that's all
wrestling
Floyd is.
Prince Nassim, we used to sit there just like
Right.
with the hands down, just like waiting for somebody to swing. That a lot of people would call that, just like people in baseball don't like the bat flip, the hat.
Yeah.
Pedro Strope's hat to his left. They don't like. There's purists who don't like that shit. So what you're saying, you have to realize. I understand what you're saying, but there's a different argument to that, and that's the purist side, the person who is looking at it from every aspect and sees it for what it is. You know, I get what you're saying. Honestly, Floyd's fights are a lot more boring than any Tyson fight I ever witnessed in my life.
Well, for sure. I mean, it's gonna be. I don't know if there's even a Tyson fight that ended that wasn't in some TKO. You know?
No.
Well, they
was
weren't always TK.
I mean, there was one that ended in like cannibalism.
Man, I watched that.
You know. Anyway.
Anyways, off of
I
Floyd.
watched that live.
Off of Floyd, I just want to close.
Camera
that.
flipped and everything. Like,
They were like.
did he just do that?
I want to close the Floyd thing by saying I really hope if they do him and Pacquiao fight,
Man, I hope Pacquiao
gets
his ass.
fucking knocks his ass out.
I'll bet $1,000.
It's not gonna happen.
You won't, motherfuckers.
It's not gonna happen.
You
And-
only put your money on Mayweather.
And it's gonna go 12 rounds, go to decision. He's gonna win. It's gonna happen because everybody who fucking, I'm pretty sure he owns the boxing league. I'm pretty sure it's his.
He owns the world of
I'm pretty
boxing.
sure low key he's about 60% stake owner. I'm pretty sure.
At
Anyways,
this point,
I mean, like that's where most of his money came from.
they were like, bro,
so.
you have most of our money.
Exactly.
We can't pay you.
We
You
gotta
just
have
want-
some
just
type
want
of
some
union.
stock in this.
Like, yeah.
This is how I feel. Anyway, so fuck Floyd. Move on from that. The last two things we have to talk about here are going to lead right into our end of podcast shoe talk, which is good because I think we're running kind of long today. So,
Yeah.
so you brought this up, Kyle Kuzma. He
Yeah.
signed to
Goat.
Goat.
yeah,
Which is a
you heard about
reseller.
that?
Yeah, I was watching it. Or,
And,
looked at it, rather.
Yeah, so Goat is a reseller for sneakers, and he doesn't really, he's not confined to any one particular brand. He's got all kinds of exclusives that he can wear on the court. Is this groundbreaking? Is this going to change the game of sneaker contracts now?
I think it adds a new element to things.
I was gonna say, right. I think players are gonna have more options, obviously now.
Yeah.
And with that option, they're gonna be able to take different avenues. And
That being said,
I think there might be even more markets open up after that.
many
at the
people
same
are
time.
loyalists, though. So regardless
yeah, so like
of
they
what,
want that Nike.
yeah,
they want
you
that
may
Adidas
see
contract.
that may be the case, but he may wear a LeBron, a Kyrie,
No, right.
a PG.
I think
know-
what it is there's different aspects that come with it, right? So if you sign with an Adidas, if you sign with a Nike, an Under Armour, or Puma, whatever the fuck you do, you're gonna get a bigger contract from those people.
You are.
It's gonna happen because they're just bigger, more established. But with those contracts, you also don't have the freedom to wear whatever you feel like on the
Then
court.
you just touched on what I was just about to ask. Do they tell them what to wear each game? Do they give them, okay, you got this choice this game?
I
This
feel
choice
like
this game,
certain.
I feel like they're
because
because
they're
they're-
they have to wear certain.
They're
shoes.
attempting to get their name out there.
But I feel like
so
they
they're gonna
don't-
make him strategically wear what they want. I'm assuming.
I feel
No,
like
they
they
will.
don't have as much
Certain
stake
games.
in that because they're not like they don't have any kind of obligations to any particular company, right? So all they got to do they can
under GOAT.
undergo.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Right. So they don't have to be like, oh, well, this is the All-Star game. We need you to wear these particular ones, you know.
So that was my point. Right?
So I honestly think that as long as he like, I don't really know how that thing's gonna happen. Maybe they're gonna start doing commercials. Maybe they're trying to franchise whatever the case may be.
Are they gonna have a website where it's like StockX where he's just like, I want these today, this day, or are they gonna literally just give him every shoe in the
They'll
world?
probably give him whatever the fuck he wants.
Like, yo, sorry, Goat, you can't get these back.
I don't know. I'm not sure how that works. So,
Yeah.
After you play ball, I don't want them fucking shoes anyway.
It's gonna be interesting to see how.
But so
that,
also, well, did you visit the site or like are you familiar with it?
No.
So did you
What?
GOAT?
No,
So-
I was like, I should have, but I was more just like really just
So,
thinking about the
They
name.
have every exclusive on there, and just set price. But you click on it, and then it gives you the option to go for new or used. And there's just like a whole catalog of shoes that are available in different sizes.
Like pictures taken of the actual shoe.
you know what I could see happening
With credentials next to
Pretty
it.
interesting.
based off
Yeah.
of that. What I could see happening is
So and the price varies obviously.
Is-
It goes from used.
they can
so.
Goat an acronym?
That's a good question. I don't know. I thought I saw periods, but I don't know.
it's possible.
Huh.
What I could see happening is
Besides greatest of all time,
they're a resale shop, right?
could be something else.
Pretty true.
But
I don't know, maybe.
They're a reseller. So what I think is, in order for them to make money off this deal, what they're gonna probably do, and this is obviously just all speculation, but I think since they have a new and used, they're gonna give him the new shoes to wear, and then they're gonna sell them back on the
There you
website
go.
used.
And by Kyle
damn,
Kuzma.
what they did, yeah, what they did,
Right.
and
By
it's like
use that
up the
by
price
Kyle
and shit.
Kuzma.
Yeah.
Yo,
That's the only way I can really see
I
them
don't know.
making money off this deal.
Maybe.
the only thing they're really looking for is the exposure. It's really
Obviously
what it is.
that, yeah.
It's more than anything is the exposure because the money is one thing, but to be able to get your name out to millions of people, you know.
So I
See,
don't.
there's a million people watching Kyle Kuzma play basketball, and then there's 30,000 people in the arena watching Kyle Kuzma play basketball, and they watch him leaping and shit. And every time they watch him play a game, he got your shit on, he got my shit on the next game. He got some, and they're like, damn, that's dope. Like how the fuck? That's the exposure. This place is only banking on that.
So
Their
then
money might be
what
secondary.
do you think convinced him to sign with them instead of going to a major?
Maybe he had no options.
But
Or he's just trying to go down a new avenue.
What?
Be innovative. But I don't know that he was.
I don't know much about Ghost. I don't know how much they're worth. I don't know how much they could pay him. I don't know if it's
feel
just
like
about
they
sneaker
are-
releases.
They are definitely a new company.
It's
New
very
in like
interesting,
2
man.
years.
I'm gonna go with the theory that he didn't have any. Nobody was making any offers.
There you go.
While that might be true, you still want to sign.
Dude, it takes
deal
a
when
lot
you-
for you to get a shoe, dude.
You
It
still want
does.
to sign when there's incentives. you
And
know?
who is he right now?
There's nobody to get a shoe.
No.
I don't know. I'm gonna look more of it.
So
up
this
week.
is his thing then. Yeah.
I'm gonna look more of Goat Up this week.
Yeah,
and
I
do
mean,
my
no,
research.
I
saw
think
some crazy stuff on there. Though,
Yeah,
man.
I
Like,
just
you
I
know,
want
we
to
don't-
know more about this
there
deal.
were-
For your sneaker channel to grab a used pair to go just kind of open it up and see
Yeah.
what that
were,
looks like.
exclusives between like $400 and $800 on there. So,
Okay.
I want to know more about the deal. I'm really interested just to know the ins and outs
Well,
of it.
once we wrap, I'll show you the deal.
Yeah.
For sure, though.
The other thing I have on here before we move to shoes, and then we can do your mentions before that if you want.
Dude.
Jordan store opened up in LA. They have a full court Jordan branded basketball court on the
no,
roof.
they don't on the roof. Oh, god damn. Enclosed?
No. Actually, I have a picture of it on my phone. Dude, it's crazy. It's really nice.
Stop.
And I was like, how come Chicago can't just
We
have
don't
that?
get none of that shit.
Hell
Because
no.
Chicago
Which is stupid
fucked that
because,
up.
Secondary. Dude, what the man? That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so beautiful, man.
Yeah. And I'm like, who's
What is
gonna
all
have
those
access?
graphics though? Like,
My question is, who's gonna have access to this damn court? Because
man,
ain't gonna be no normal ass person. And then we go to
What the fuck?
Jeez,
Swipe
that court
to
is
the left, there's another
beautiful,
one.
man.
Yeah, man. Absolutely insane.
Yo, we win this belly tonight.
I'm saying.
About to buy a Jordan brand.
How much for the store?
Can I buy this?
Just give me one Nike store.
Can I talk to Mr. Jordan?
Just give me one Nike outlet.
Can you imagine your closet being like a Foot Locker? Like you just go to the Foot Locker at the mall, like
Just
yo,
like all these
just,
rappers. and
you
shit.
go into the back, like I'm just like, can I help you? Like, no, I'm just looking for
Right. Actually, you can just go away. I'm good.
Fuck out of the way.
owner.
I'm
Like, what are you pointing at? Is she It's me.
Like,
Owner.
hello, Mr. Sticker, what would you like today? Everything.
This store is ours. You can leave us alone, actually.
Everybody
You're
get the fuck
fired.
out.
You're fucking
Actually,
fired.
You
Close-
question this.
Close the
You're
gate.
fired.
Close the gate in the middle of the day. There's customers still in there. Like nobody's out till I'm done.
Or like we just press a button and like a cage comes down with like a red light on him or her, whoever it is. Just like you're fired. You're fired.
Fucking
You're
sharks.
fired.
Sharks with lasers.
Just like
beams
repeating
attached
it over and over. We should, yeah. Once we win tonight.
100.
Numbers have been announced already.
Yeah, I know.
So we might be doing this podcast in jail, essentially.
They'll be doing this from jail. I'll be doing it from the Bahamas.
I was gonna say Mexico or something.
Atlantis, probably.
All right.
Actually, what the fuck am I talking about? I'm going to the Maldives, man. That's the fucking spot. That's where I'm going.
There's a lot of places I'd go if I won that money. But anyways.
That's the first spot.
So
I'm gonna be there for a year and a half.
Excuse me.
I'm not gonna shave my beard once.
So I got two mentions, really quick. Two music mentions. Producer Edon and MC rapper Homeboy Sandman have a collab album coming out. I'm not sure exactly when, sometime this year, but they released 2 tracks, and I think that it's the best shit in hip hop right now, personally.
For sure.
Action Bronson and Knowledge collabed for Action Bronson's new single called Prince Charming.
Okay.
And yeah, like I feel like it's a new flow from Action Bronson.
He's still doing music and not just do like eating.
Right. So yeah, he has a new album coming out this month or November. But yeah, so it's just a different side of Bronson, I feel.
For sure.
Yeah.
No, that's why, like, because you're the window to the underground world, so
Yeah.
You know, that's why it's dope that you bring it up, because people may also like that shit too, because I don't know anybody that you just mentioned.
But
I didn't know how many names because you started like I didn't know if there was the rapper and I don't know what the name is actually.
Oh, so Edon, yeah,
and then it was
Homeboy Sam.
Are you even listening?
And then you said the rapper Homeboy Sam.
Rapper MC.
I thought that
was his whole title.
Yeah, I was confused.
Long ass name in hip hop.
I was like
Edon,
like
Homeboy Sam.
The third.
Yeah. But that collab's called Humble Pie.
Okay.
And
check that out, y'all.
For real though, yeah, that's really good. Also, I stumbled upon an album that came out last year, but new to me, and I feel like a lot of people should know about it. It's an artist called B, the letter, period, Kool-Aid.
Be Kool-Aid, huh?
Be Kool-Aid. And the album is called Brown, spelled BRWN.
Okay, what's with all these people have abbreviated? What?
Yeah,
Be Kool-Aid, Brown.
True. But
Brown
yeah, I
Kool-Aid.
just feel like it was this really cool
nasty
collective of just chilled out, like hip hop vibes.
Okay.
You know, he rhymes a little bit, he sings a little bit.
It's always dope to find a new artist that you'd be like, oh shit, their music came out 3 years ago. Like,
Yeah,
that's
right.
a good ass album. You know,
So,
and
yeah,
that means
came out last year.
that must mean that it's good music, because it even if it was made 3 years ago, it still hasn't aged like 3 years. Because if you catch it and you're like, oh man, that's good music, that means that 2015 music still feels good in 2018.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah. But yeah. So
Check those out.
quick mentions. Check those out though.
Yeah.
Those are
I
really
have to check them out myself.
Yeah.
Let's just quick mention Adam's shoes and talk about mine.
Quick mention mine and talk
This
about
man.
yours.
This man.
But mine are better.
Yeah,
Anyways,
no,
I
they're
believe these
better.
are 2017.
But if you feel the suede on these joints still, they're still nice.
How you gonna say talk about my shoes and then start talking about your shoes? Right here.
Exactly.
So these are
He knocked it off the way too.
I believe the 2017 All-Star 6s. This is one of my favorite shoes in my collection, honestly. Just if you notice the color
The lace
scheme on the lace, like that little touch, and then the bubblegum bottom is slightly different on these than on most of the shoes that I have.
If you get just to compare and contrast the bottoms of like an older kick than yours.
Yeah.
But these I mean they've probably been in a box for almost a year now.
Yeah.
How long have you had those shoes?
These I bought in 2009.
Oh wow.
Suede 5s.
Almost 10 years.
No,
Yeah,
these are Wolf Gray 5s. Wolf Gray.
Wolf.
But yeah, they're not, like if you look, I mean that shit is still.
No, I see.
it still does what suede does. Still has that suede move.
You know. But no, I mean just another pair of 5s that I like.
I'm a big 5s fan, so
It's my
I can't hate on it.
It's the last pair you'll see that's new.
I did realize that I now have 3 pairs of 6s, and I thought that I only had 2 for a second. I don't know why.
You know what I should have done today? I should have roared. Next week.
What?
Nothing.
Listen, I'm tired of you having half thoughts. Complete.
No, I was gonna say I should have taken, but I didn't want to divulge the information. But I probably should have worn my 6s today just to fuck with you.
So I saw those in grapes for 125.
The Bel Air box.
I think. Yeah.
Oh, I seen a dude wearing the Bel Air 5s today at
Dude, I
work.
fucking
Not
love
at
those
work,
shoes, man.
but I was at Chipotle and he was chilling. Like he came on lunch too. He was chilling them.
I don't know too much.
Looked like he shouldn't know about them, but he did.
I thought it was that.
There's a few pairs of Bel Air 5s, and the grape ones. I think that also fits under that category. Those are really nice.
But it was like all white with like the great
Purple
color
and blue
scheme.
on there.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
riddled throughout it. Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
this dude had the gray joints.
But that shit
Dude,
was
oh,
crazy though.
Fuck, I love those shoes, man. My favorite fucking Jordan is like there's a certain colorway for this Bel Air 5, and I'll show you when we're done recording here. But dude, I was gonna buy it one day, and I had the money, but I fucking like stopped myself, and they were like $350, and now I wish I would have bought them.
No, I hear you, man. Yeah, I saw grapes for like $4, and I saw them for a lot cheaper.
Fucking
I
sneakers.
never pulled the trigger on that though. Grapes are my favorite. I think if I could, I would get grapes in every edition I could.
I don't even know how many different colorways they have, like how many different
Right.
shoes have that colorway.
Right.
I don't think it's too many.
I don't think so.
Um,
But still, I just love that, man. Even if it's black or white, I don't care.
I'm curious what Will Smith's favorite Jordan is. I think probably has to be the 5, right? Every time they introduce a new Bel Air color.
No, he wore a lot of different.
Yeah,
but
Jordan Brand releases a new one.
that great 5 though is iconic because like certain pictures he's in with them and certain episodes he had them on, and also he never wore laces. Which I've had one pair of 5s before I had. Like, my first pair of Jordans ever was, I got them in high school on discount, like a motherfucker, like $75 for some 5s.
Yeah. It's a good ass price.
They were like the fire reds, but they had the Nike on the back. It was pretty dope. But I had, at one point, I took the laces out and I just rocked them because it's elastic as fuck on the side. And it just has
piece right there, right? That connects to the top of
the right here. Like, it's just connected. Like, you can literally just rock it. And then you see you have this. Like this right here. Yeah, so it's a kind of different design. I've actually considered doing it for a little bit. I think I may do that for a while.
Interesting shoes without laces.
It is. But did you see the new ones?
Velcro straps on my shoes.
Did you see the ones they made?
Yeah.
So they're like, now since there's no laces, it's all attached, so it's a little bit more structured so your foot stays in, I guess.
5s I think are my favorite.
Jordan?
For sure, yeah.
I don't know if I have a favorite. Yeah. I'm not really like too familiar with all of them to have a favorite, so
I'm gonna say probably the 11, the 4, probably the 5 is up there. The 7s I like.
So I would go 5, 9, and 12.
12s are dope. 14s are dope.
14 it depends.
The last shots, black and red joints.
Yeah. Because like a lot of people like the Ferrari ones, the all red ones. I'm not a big fan of those. Other ones I have the black and green and white ones.
I like the white and red ones.
Yeah.
I don't have any 14. Gotta get some. That's next. I know Dave's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck y'all talking about. Like as far as like,
I'm just over here living in my one's world. You know.
That's all it is though.
It's all right. One is classic, man.
See, it's funny because I was like looking for new shoes and shit, and I was like, man, I don't like anything in that.
It's hard for me to pick a pair of shoes.
It's weird. Nowadays, yeah. Because, like, you
gotta be more frugal with your money anyway.
It's not hard for me to pick a pair of shoes. It's harder for me to get that pair of shoes.
Yeah.
So, excuse me. It's harder for me to justify buying the shoes that I want versus buying the shoes that I guess I need.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm with you.
For sure.
Because need versus... It's
but, I always look for the most fashionable, obviously, but it's like, I don't have
It's a valid battle to have within.
Yeah.
I don't...
Best believe if I had the money, I would buy Jordan.
100%.
Whatever.
Shit, dude, again. We may win $1 billion tonight.
It's true.
Yeah, got mad tickets.
And they are angry.
No, I will be angry. What I'm saying is, I will be angry at them.
I got mad tickets. Them motherfuckers got issues. Alright, let's get the fuck out of here, man.
One more thing on this shoe topic.
Yeah. More shoe topic?
Virgil Abloh, what the fuck? I really wanted those 97 off-whites. And I couldn't get them.
Sold
that
out.
Shit is too that is so exclusive that like the people I know that get exclusives can't get them. Like it's ridiculous. Like, man, you get them, you get everything. Man, I couldn't even get this.
I'm the person I know that gets exclusives. And I don't even get exclusives, really. I don't know too many people.
So what am I really?
I don't know too many people who got the sneaker game like I got it. I'm just saying. You know? Step your game up.
For sure.
Help me out.
For sure.
But alright. Yo, that's a wrap on 16, man. We appreciate y'all for chiming in. Or not chiming in, but joining in.
We do appreciate the comments, though.
Yeah.
Thank y'all. Y'all are listening, and it shows.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. Thanks for subscribing. What we got now? 75.
75.
So 75 subscribers.
shout
We're
out
on our way
to-
to 100.
It's a good number.
Thank you. Yes, it is. It's a round number. It's a strong number.
We're 3/4 of the way towards our first actual subscriber goal.
It's true.
So y'all keep hitting that subscribe, man. I mean, if you already did it, you probably can't anymore. But anyway, shout out to the viewership. Shout out to everybody who we're gaining. We're gonna go ahead and give you a early shout out to those of you who are gonna subscribe this week because we know we're gonna add some more.
Yes, indeed.
Right.
Tell them where to find us.
Find us at Twitter at Kiona and Kasson Podcast.
Okay.
YouTube, obviously, the Kiona and Kasson Podcast. You should know that.
Okay.
If you don't, how the fuck are you watching this right now?
Yeah, like how did you stumble here?
Word. Instagram at Kiona and Kasson Podcast.
Okay.
And then, of course, on our individual platforms, Osama O_Kawash, right?
O_Kawash.
O_Kawash on Instagram. Dave Beats and Brews 312 on Instagram. Again, Beats and Brews 312. And then me, AA Kawash, all on Instagram. You know, follow us, like, subscribe, share, comment, all them things. And we'll see y'all next week.
True.
Thanks for tuning in, guys.
Thank you all.
Always.
Love.
Thank you.